got your girl in the cut and she choose a club going up.
On a Tuesday.
Y'all know how to do that. Let's do it together. Come
What
on.
is
Come
that?
on.
The freeze or something?
Y'all, boy. Anyway, welcome to WLVS Radio. Tune into the open bar.
Salute.
Salute. How y'all doing? I'm Hot Ron, your neighborhood bartender. Feeling good. I've not slept in 4 days, so if y'all see me, I'm not high or drunk. I'm just tired.
Yeah, tell us anything.
No, it's the truth. And, of course, we got Big Country is in the building. He got a new look today.
What's good? What's good?
Wakanda forever. I see you. What up, Dave Redbeard?
What's going on?
I don't like it when you're happy. Why you should be mad today? That's your job. Of course,
of all-
PBO looking sharp. Look like Clark Clint
Hey,
over there.
Hey,
Clark Kent?
Yeah.
You mean?
For a black man, it's Clint.
Oh.
Clark Clint.
That's the black Superman.
Oh,
Yo,
okay.
What were you gonna say? You wanna say something?
Why should Brad be mad all the time? Why should he be mad all the time?
If you had to carry all that weight around all the time, you'll be mad.
So you're definitely
Upset.
yes. That's why
I'm
you
happy.
didn't sleep in 4 days, huh?
No. Personal reasons I'm not gonna discuss on air, but yeah.
It was your weight.
No.
Couldn't wait to eat.
I haven't even eaten in 4 days too. That's another reason why I'm not.
He's wearing
Yeah.
black to hide the fat.
I'm just naturally skinny, you know. He can't hide his, so I'm just joking. Yo, PDO, what's good with you, man?
Man, everything's good, man. I mean, I lost 15 pounds in about 4 weeks.
I wouldn't go there, but okay.
See, haters always
I-
gonna hate.
exactly. It's just
Did you
Yeah, man.
go on a cleanse or something?
kind of, yeah.
I-
Intermittent fasting, basically. But yeah, for 4 days, it was like, for 4 days, I didn't really eat anything.
I know a lot of people are doing like little mini cleanses, like 5 days, 7 days, and
Yeah.
well, all they do is they drink water, coconut juice, and like certain like juices or something.
Yeah,
You know,
I didn't really do a cleanse. I did this thing called the snake diet.
Okay.
And it's like some salt water.
Oh,
It's like some salt water you're drinking. That's all you're doing. You're not eating anything. And then you're doing a cleanse, too. It was a cleanse, like a baking soda and vinegar.
I got
Like
you.
2 shots.
That for
That was kind of rough, but I mean, it cleaned you out. You see in like 30 minutes, you go into the restroom.
Yo,
but I tried the salt water sea salt diet.
Yeah.
And it just made me vomit. It didn't do anything else. Like immediately when I
Really?
drank, I was like done.
Oh, man.
So
I
must
made it
was
4
doing it
days.
wrong.
But I made it 4 days, but it was tough.
I did the I didn't really do a cleanse, but when I got back from overseas, I'd eaten so much heavy food, so I was like, okay, let me do the apple cider thing, apple vinegar cider thing. So I fucked up because I wasn't doing it right. What I was doing is I made like a little shake. I poured a little bit in there. I was like, man, this ain't nothing. Go. Oh man, I was leaning by half the day. I was leaning. I threw up my green shake. It was all green coming out. I was done.
I love
yeah.
apple cider vinegar though. I put that on everything.
I can't do it.
Yeah, a little dab would do you. You don't need a whole lot.
You don't need
But I was
a
mixing mine with baking soda, so it was like it fizz
I
up.
got baking soda. I hear that.
Oh, you had the
and
farts,
then
man.
and then after it settled down, I told you 30 minutes later, you go in the restroom.
Oh man.
So you did a shot of
Apple cider vinegar and baking soda.
and baking soda mix and just
Yeah,
took it.
let it fizz up, and then once it settles down, just drink it.
What about? I mean, what if you just drink it separately? Do you have to drink the two together?
Well, I mean, you want to get the baking soda in your system. I mean, it's like a small, less than half of a teaspoon of baking soda. You want to mix it like Alka-Seltzer. You put it in that vinegar, and it fizzes up, then it calms down.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
a boring diet. You need some. Just stick to the old plan and vomit. That's what I do. When I go on a cruise.
Just
That's how you eat for 4 days, and you.
Well,
and
now I've been eating for 4 days, like I said, but I mean I've tried some. I don't know. I just had an appetite for the last 4 days. I'm just a little tired, but I'm gonna wake up, people. You know what I'm saying? We at the open bar. We having at the party. We doing our thing. Anybody got anything exciting they did this weekend?
I went down to Hampton, actually, yeah. I went down to Hampton, and it's funny. I got a funny story about Hampton.
Is that exciting?
Not really, not really. I mean, it was my brother's.
He asked, "Did you have something exciting?"
Okay, yeah.
You about to put
I
us
wa-
to sleep.
I
up
want to
in
hear
here.
this story because this is how he flow out of our meeting. Let's go ahead.
No, I got a
He down in Virginia
back when I
during
was
the
a
meeting.
youngin, I went on the Black College tour. So Hampton University was the only black college that I applied to.
Wow.
They sent me a code denial. Now I had my.
They
I
say
kn-
get your country.
That's the same thing, because I'm gonna tell you right now, when I walked that campus, them was some of the most sophisticated Negroes I'd ever seen.
Everybody look like Whitley Gilbert.
Yeah, so I knew I had the grades. I knew I had all the credentials to get in,
Wow.
but they turned me flat down. So
you sent them a picture
Wow,
of
you
you
sent them a picture.
and your lumberjack shirt and no shoes on.
Nah,
and
I
some,
sent the- I-
and some
they probably-
capris. Some homemade country capris.
Probably because they found out my very first job was in my uncle's watermelon field. They was like, "Oh, we don't want his kind around here." But the next year, I gone.
Had these niggas picking watermelon out here.
Sounds like a good hand job you got there, buddy.
So the next year after I finished my school, my first school year at my other school, they sent a letter to my moms. We want to know why your son chose not to come to us. My
Must have been pretty
sent-
bad. You ain't even gonna say the name of
Well,
the school.
yeah. Well, the U. I went to the U the first couple of years of my college years.
Okay.
Yeah.
University of Miami.
Yeah. So
For those who don't know who the U is.
yeah. So
So
they
Hampton sent a letter.
they sent the letter to my mom's, and it was like, why your son didn't choose to come? I'm like, my mom's like,
I
you
just said they
denied
sent you
him.
Oh.
You denied him. You said they was like, no, that's not true. They looked into something like, yeah, we accepted your son and everything. Well, it's too damn late.
It was your brother who did the letter.
Nah, man.
So
but
where is I don't understand where
The
this all
excitement.
went to the excitement of your weekend of Hampton.
No, because I walked the campus of Hampton, and
Well,
I
that could be
was like an
exciting. They do
old
got a nice
pervert,
campus.
and I was like, oh man, this is a nice campus, man.
He said old pervert.
I was, man. I ain't gonna sit here and lie about it.
With them young ladies on that thing.
Oh man.
They were
Twit-
18 and
just,
over.
Just galloping around the campus.
Oh man.
Whew.
Man.
Hampton is, I know.
I know.
Because I'm an alumni
You only 19.
of Norfolk State University, of course. So that's they're kind of like our.
No,
like-
there's no
Yes,
comparison.
it is. I mean, when it comes
There's
as far
no
as-
comparison.
When you
Both-
come from marching, well, no,
Yours is in the hood and Hampton's in the suburbs.
you're right.
You know that.
Hampton.
Right. No, but Hampton and Norfolk State, as far as sports and
Band and all
bands,
that.
definitely the band, because we just like beat that pirate with a bat. It was like a big.
Maybe
thing.
bands, but sports.
I ain't say this. I'm talking about that was the big thing. It'd be like the Hampton. What do you call it? The Hampton Roads or a big
Yeah,
thing.
but they include ODU in that too. you know?
Yeah, but they're not a HBCU.
But
so.
I
I'm
understand.
weary of I'm weary of the women down there. I love
You
them.
You
leery?
should be.
Weary
Weary.
of the women. Now, I don't trust nobody from the Tidewater area, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they got some
Well,
issues.
They always say that Hampton had the women, and which I disagree.
That's true.
And Norfolk State had the men. That's where I was at.
Well, maybe so. If you was looking for him, I guess.
I was one of the men at Norfolk State. So that's what they say. But most of the women there were more like Whitley Gilbert, I would say.
But you was married when you went to college.
Must you remind me? Oh my God. I'm trying to, you trying to forget some of the bad parts of your life, and people just want to keep bringing you back there.
Hey.
You brought it up.
I did. I ain't say nothing about I'm married.
But you was like, I was one of the men. You was taken. You wasn't available.
I was young, so that that don't mean anything.
So your marriage didn't mean anything.
Right?
Okay.
It did. It didn't mean anything. But anyway, today is just a show with us. We have a good time today. We
Very
all
nice.
think everybody looking kind of
Very nice.
very very relaxed today.
Oh yeah.
Sober. Everybody's looking sober.
Sober.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
this
what
is
it is.
what I'm
Sober
trying to say.
and
I'm not
awake.
normally sober when I come here.
So nah,
It
you
goes
really don't.
downhill
It goes
in about
downhill.
5, 4,
4,
3,
3,
2.
2, 1.
Whatever. We, go to Jacob. I thought we were friends. And anyway, we'll go to a break. We come right back with some. I was drinking today and some hot topics. Peace.
Because it's really about to go down.
Salute.
Yeah.
Y'all still ain't do that dance. Anyway, welcome back to WLVS Radio. Tune into the open bar. Salute. Just want you to know that you can subscribe to the WLVS Radio YouTube station. If you missed the show today, you can see that every day. You can come back and shows all the shows from all week, not just our show, but all the other shows. So go to YouTube and go to WLVS Radio and subscribe. Do that for us, just in case you missed the show, and show all your friends so they can see our show. I watched it. Did y'all see it?
You can go to Open Bar Tuesdays on
Check it out
YouTube as well.
Did that go to YouTube too? Oh, okay. Yo, Dave rocking our shirt right here. Show him the shirt. You can order these shirts online at openbartuesdays@gmail.com. Part of these proceeds are supposed to benefit the people of Puerto Rico. Yo, like I said, we got a $5,000 goal that we trying to meet. We up $9.95. Help us out. Get them.
Yo, we do better saying we were gonna give the money to the book shelter or some shit.
You think people still ain't gonna buy them?
Book shelter?
I don't know, man. Book shelter for distressed kids or
help
something.
Puerto Rico?
Nah, man. Come on, man.
They
we
need
up
help.
$9.95.
Donald Trump don't want to help them. Why can't we help them? The people at the open bar. We want to take care of the people. We want to be here for the community. Don't y'all
We are
think?
part of the people, so.
Right. Aren't you half Puerto Rican? Are you Cuban, B? What are you? He got mad. He's getting back angry.
I don't know. I'm adopted, so I don't know. I ain't look out for find out my birth parents.
Shout out to all of our cool
wow.
listeners, man, listening
Right.
to us.
Yeah, thank you for listening, especially our followers. Who we got following us? Anybody? I mean, on live now.
Who's following? No one follows
Nobody's
you,
on
buddy.
Oh, well. Anyway.
We got Tyrese online.
Tyrese McAllister, what's good? I cannot wait until the fashion show. The fashion show is coming up. What date is that?
May 20.
May 22nd.
May 20th.
May 20th.
Yeah.
May 20th at the Camelot on Central Avenue.
Yeah, we're going to be in the
Camelot?
house.
Yeah.
Hold on. Camelot?
Not the strip
Not
club.
the strip-
Oh, okay.
That's
all
in
right,
DC.
All right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the Camelot.
Right. Those tickets you
Hey,
can buy.
Fuego
I heard,
is
I heard it. I heard it's gotten better.
The Camelot's jumping now.
You
I
never liked the
heard.
Camelot strip club? That's
I mean,
the best
back
strip
in
club.
And then again, what's the one next to it? Empire.
Yeah. I mean,
Back in the day.
You like Empire?
I went to Camelot. I mean, if you Eastern
International women.
Eastern European women, yeah, that's your thing.
White women, skinny white women.
Mostly
I
Eastern
wouldn't say that,
European
but
women.
I think the women in the Camelot, to me, every time I've gone, there's been like some exotic women that you don't.
Yeah,
you don't
I mean,
necessarily-
I-
Years ago, it was jumping, but I mean,
I like my snow bunnies.
What qualifies a woman to be exotic?
When I say exotic, it's not like your normal. Like you'll see somebody in my opinion, somebody with just beautiful skin complexion, not.
So then
Like,
everybody else is not.
like a nice dark. No, what I'm saying is they
hold
don't.
on.
Let me describe what I say
People-
exotic. When somebody with, like I said, a different skin tone, like a golden chicken brown with green,
stop.
with green.
No,
Don't get Donald Trumpish up in here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you
I ain't
describing
say
women about
orange.
food, man.
a golden
Like
You
okay,
can't
the
use no food.
one stripper that I used to see that all the time. She had green eyes.
Hold
she
on.
had long curly black hair. She was like this bronze color. I don't
Oh.
know. She was hot.
You must have been talking about
I can't think of her name, but she was exotic. Definitely exotic.
but exotic. I think exotic is whenever a woman has those really dynamic features, like
like I just said.
no, not chicken
No.
colored skin.
First of all, what does chicken color
Yeah,
skin
what,
look like?
what the?
I mean,
I mean,
raw
is
chicken
it-
is what is
Some
big.
chicken is burnt. Some
what
chicken
stage
is.
of the chicken, right?
Yeah.
Raw.
When you get a nice tan and that golden crisp color.
Oh my
Mediter-
God.
she had a Mediterranean look. She had deep olive skin. Just
Oh,
like
I
that.
see.
Are,
Right.
you, are you talking about the salad? Or,
No,
I
don't.
see-
I'm trying to help
I
you
see
out,
right
bro.
now.
I'm trying.
She had that olive oil skin, huh?
That's a good way. Yeah.
I see right now.
Exotic.
Ron's romantic talk to his woman, man, is got to be-
Exotic to me means so many different things.
It
It's not-
explains the position that he's in.
To piggyback,
Exactly.
to piggyback off of what Pastor's saying is like somebody with just dynamic features because you can
The
meet
dramatic.
somebody. Yeah.
Eyes, a dramatic
Yeah,
smile,
yeah.
a
Green
teeth.
eyes
And-
would be exotic, right?
Not, yeah, I mean, not necessarily. You can. Here's the
Not
thing.
always.
You
That's
can
old
meet
school
somebody
exotic.
like I met a young lady from South Africa years ago, and
Exotic.
yeah, and she was gorgeous. She was gorgeous, and and that's just she didn't look like anything. She carried herself in a way that wasn't like any other woman that I'd ever seen before. You know what I'm saying? Because you can be exotic not just by your physical features, but also by how you carry yourself and how you roll. That's just my opinion.
Well, today, back in the day, I think green eyes was kind of considered, hazel eyes was considered exotic. But today, I think it's the girl with the locks and who has a tattoo.
Wow.
Exactly.
She gives more of the exotic feel.
So, what celebrity you would call exotic now? Of somebody that you would call? What about Duchess from Miami Ink? Would you call her exotic?
You mean Black Ink?
Black Ink?
No.
No.
I'm not calling nobody ghetto exotic.
She's not ghetto. She get a
You
bad
just
rap.
described.
Well, here's what I mean. No, more the conscious broads, not just the. You got some ghetto broads who got the tattoos and the locks, but I'm talking about the conscious broads who are into yoga, meditation.
And that's exotic because you into yoga.
I think that takes them more on the exotic.
So exotic is not a look. Exotic is a.
So here with that girl, her feet, instead of her features being super dramatic or very like definite, her personality is, like you were saying, her personality is exotic.
So exotic is not a look. It's a y'all saying.
I think it's different. I think it's a little different, right?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you
so
gotta
the
go
woman,
beyond- you gotta go
so the
beyond
woman who
physical.
said, "I ain't got time for that." Ain't she exotic?
I mean,
Who started it? Everybody.
I mean,
everybody said
and my
it.
thing is,
Ain't
like,
she-
Ain't nobody
ain't
got
she-
time for that.
somebody,
Ain't nobody got time for that.
so,
Did
like,
she
you know,
die?
see,
She just died. No, that
Like,
was
no.
the cook.
like
Mom,
I was saying,
Aunt V.
just anybody who stands outside that norm. You know what I mean?
That's what I said. She stand outside that norm.
No, man.
Is she exotic?
Yeah, he want to be a comedian. That's how Ron gets his girls through comedy. Don't do that.
Right, you can't beat me. You gotta lose about 45 pounds. You know, I'm just kidding.
But I think it is more so.
45
It is more so like a personality.
So it's
Yeah.
The mindset is open. Like the exotic girl she's just really open in her mind.
no,
her
but
thinking.
come on now. When you look at a woman, like, oh, she's exotic.
Like threesome, she's like, yeah, I'm with it.
that's exotic.
That's exotic. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna tell you like this. If you go to certain countries where you might, if you just base it off of physical appearances, if you go to certain countries, let's say for instance, if you was ever to go to like Ukraine or whatever, you or Germany, you would be exotic to them. Because you're something
I'm
different.
exotic. I
No,
like
and that's true.
Hey.
And if you were to go to
Good point.
Ghana, if you go to South Africa,
Good
Egypt,
answer.
you
Good
would be
answer.
exotic
Hey.
to them.
Okay.
You know
But you go to Ethiopia, you just a regular old nigga.
you would be exotic to them because you are different. You don't look
Oh,
like
you would
them.
definitely be exotic. You would be like Master Son. Or something. They got you.
I bet we. Well, whatever. I won't.
So I didn't think men could be considered exotic. Though.
Why can't they?
Depending on where you
I thought
go, I
exotic
think,
would
I
be
think it's
more-
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like depending on where you go. Exactly.
like they'd be like, ooh, his features. Because you look American.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to
then-
Which
Tawana.
is
What'd I
why
say?
in Europe they love Americans over there, don't they?
Yeah.
No,
In
shout out
Europe-
to Tawana Joyner. She's watching as well.
In
Oh,
Europe,
okay.
in Europe and like Asia, you know,
They
especially like
love
Japan, and
Americans.
especially like Japan and in Philippines, where African American music and culture is huge.
Right.
When we go over there, it's like, wow, I got to touch him.
Yeah.
I had people in Japan when I went about a year or so
Ain't
ago.
nobody was stonking your ass
No,
at the
no,
airport.
no. But people,
They want to just touch you and see you,
yeah,
look at you closely, right?
In a somewhat what would be seen as offensive in most people's eyes
Right.
here. I had a guy in Korea as a taxi cab driver. He sat there, he looked at my skin, and he tried to like, this ain't coming off, bro. He tried to rub my skin on because he never seen a black person.
Is that what he
before.
was doing? Wow. But I know my daughter mother.
He said,
she-
"Get this damn
Right.
dirt off your ass."
He's trying to wash
hanging
her
in
ass.
that watermelon
Oh,
fields.
he could have been trying to wipe off the ash. You know, you could have been white. You gotta
See,
dry.
this is why you ain't got a passport. And never
You know,
gonna travel.
you untraveled Negroes.
I
Right?
finally got a passport. Y'all
You
should
finally
thank
got a
me.
passport.
All right.
You bring
all
it
right.
in. Bring it in tomorrow.
Yeah, bring it in.
We're not gonna be here tomorrow, but I
He
finally
ain't
got a
no
passport.
passport. He
I
ain't-
finally have one. I'm not gonna lie.
Put
I
it
mean,
in-
I've traveled the whole United States.
Yeah, it's
holding the application don't
He
He
count.
got
I'll
his. He said he got his car from Passport.
He got a passport on the van.
Wow, you guys are hilarious. Oh
So
my God.
where do you, now that you got your passport, where do you want to travel to?
Where's your first place
You
you gonna
set
go?
yourself up.
I'm going the first place,
Southeast.
Southeast.
Don't tell
Southeast
me.
Asia.
Don't tell me the Bahamas,
What's that?
please.
I've been to the Bahamas several times without a passport
Oh, you can't
On a
go.
cruise.
on a cruise.
Yeah,
That-
I've
that
been
shit-
there
you
several
you just
times.
gotta
I'm
take your
talking about
birth
actually
certificate.
getting off a plane and like actually walking the countryside.
He don't. He
I
don't.
would
He don't
love-
like to fly.
I love to fly.
He
I
likes
love
driving.
to fly. I hate driving. Everybody know I hate driving. I love to fly.
Right.
But
He
if
gonna
I
get
could, my dream
First
trip
place
would
on the
be-
mega bus that allow him to go somewhere, he gonna be in Mexico.
Right. Can you drive to Mexico?
You
Yes,
can.
you can.
It's
Oh, wow.
very. It's not suggested.
But you can.
I wouldn't do it.
Why?
The worst parts of Mexico are always going to be them border cities.
By the borders?
Yeah, them border.
So you want to fly past all that and land? Is that the good part?
When most people go to Mexico, they don't go to Tijuana and Juarez, especially Juarez.
Well,
I heard
no.
Juarez is rough.
Juarez is terrible. Juarez
whoever's
is a
construction
third world
company-
country in the country.
whoever's construction company's gonna get that wall contract. They about money.
I
No,
mean,
I was just thinking about something. You know,
Oh Lord, he thinking.
we look at like we take a lot of things for advantage in this country.
For granted,
Yes,
maybe.
One like water, our water supply. We complain about Flint, Michigan. You know, where they have had water. You go to some countries, you can't even drink the water.
Well, this is true.
But
In the whole country.
That's
Even-
not our
even-
fault. Though.
even-
No, but I'm just saying.
But I
it-
still don't want leaded water.
Yeah, even in Russia. No, his point is taken, but his point is also taken that that's the point though. In America, you shouldn't have to have like
no, but I'm saying we're talking about one specific area, and we're talking about a whole country that's a lot larger than us.
With exception-
where they can't even have, they don't have water that they can use.
and just a comment on that, like you talk about like Flint, Michigan. You saw the government response to it, state and local, and as well as the media response to it.
right.
And certain in a lot of countries in the world, they don't get that same response. They don't. Like the water's piss poor in Mexico. Who gives
Yes.
a shit? The
No,
water,
right, yeah.
the water is crap in India.
Over there and
Who
in
gives a
Russia, right
shit?
there, where you got to drink bottled water, right?
Just think about Mexico. We spend a lot of money in tourism in Mexico, right?
Right.
Nobody's touring over in Flint, Michigan. All right, and they still.
But you still, but they still shouldn't have to drink the
No,
leaded
I'm not
water.
sa- I'm not saying
And that
that
was
they
kind of a
should.
creative problem. That's why we was going
Yeah,
off
it was
about
more
it.
of like-
It was a creative problem,
But it's a creative
but your,
problem in
But
these
your
countries.
point is taken that we really
take it-
are in good shape.
I
in
wouldn't say
America.
advantage, but we take for granted.
For the
a lot
most
of stuff.
part, you could still drink most tap water in the States. Just for some people, it's
Not
a
in DC.
conscious thing. I've
Yes,
drank
you
in
can.
I've drank in the tap water.
no,
in
you
DC.
can't.
I've
Yes, you
drank in the
can.
tap water in DC.
You
I have
can do
no
whatever
problem.
you
I
want.
do.
Where you
No,
live for 80
you
years.
can drink it if you want to, but there is a
problem with
lead issue in DC. I mean,
You
it's
can't
like-
drink the water in Flint, Michigan.
Well,
Well,
I mean,
true.
obviously Flint, but I've drinking water and I've drinking tap water in most places I've ever lived, including Michigan.
But my
You know,
problem
and-
is the Flint thing. Why can't they get control of that? I mean, all this
'cause they-
Well,
technology.
the
No.
thing is, they're getting control of it. It's just
No,
taking time.
They ruined the whole water system. See, the water that they started pumping through ruined the pipes themselves.
Oh, okay.
So now, even though they're
corroded
they're
the
sending
pipe,
fresh
yeah.
water through, the
It's
pipes
the
are
pipes
messing up.
are
So
flo-
they're polluting
They're
the water
corroded.
as it's coming through.
So they
they
can't
got to take
replace
the
the
pipe
pipes.
system out.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
and
It's-
they're
it's crazy.
and I actually know somebody who's kind of like who's literally working on that project. They're saying it's going to take at least 10+ years.
Yeah, I figured about
to
a decade.
complete
Wow.
because they're
replace
gonna
all of it, right?
they got to replace all the pipes. They also got to reroute waterways, and they also got to install natural filters in certain areas. Because the problem is, most people don't know this, but like in Michigan, Michigan's biggest export is fresh water.
Ooh.
They're surrounded by Great Lakes.
Yeah.
Please don't say
And I mean, just trying to educate you, Ron.
that. But I'm just saying.
I
we be
mean,
talking-
I'm trying. You just learned how to read a day ago, man. I'm trying to help you
ooh,
out, man.
Y'all really Eddie Murphy stuff.
So,
I ain't know. I was
Most
sitting
they
there
get a
with
lot
Richard Pryor.
They have a lot of fresh water, and like Flint,
Don't say that.
they have. What I'm saying
No,
is
we
they,
get it, we
they
get it,
have
we get
like that whole region up there, Ohio, that whole
Yeah,
Great
they're
Lake
surrounded by
region.
the Great Lakes.
Exactly, they're known for that.
Right.
So one of the
Hold
issues
on. Who can name the 5 Great Lakes?
Oh, everybody can know that.
I can't.
Name them.
I know Michigan. I know Lake Superior. I know
Lake Ontario,
ain't no Lake Ontario.
Lake Erie.
Lake Erie, yeah, Lake Erie. Let's see, Michigan.
Hold on, let me
Superior,
try.
Lake
Siri,
Erie.
please give me all the great. Sorry.
Your shit don't work. Your
I
phone
can't
is
think
off.
of two more.
Huron?
Huron, yes, Lake Huron. Lake Huron.
That's your sermon.
You from Ohio?
And maybe
Come on now, Lake Huron.
Superior,
Like in the
Erie,
Bible.
Iran, Michigan, and
I think it is.
Maybe it was Ontario.
Ontario. Yeah, it
is
was
Ontario.
Ontario.
It was
It
That's what I said.
Yeah, you did.
It ain't no Ontario.
No doubt.
Wow, he
See,
tried.
nobody listens to me.
Wow. Before this get any more boring, let's think of the drink of the day.
Let's talk about the drink of the day.
Our drink of the day, of course, is no other than something that we
Knee
made up.
leaks.
I'm just joking.
Let's talk about knee leaks.
That's our drink?
No.
Oh, my bad. I'm about to say, damn, good title. But this is an amaretto with a twist. Amaretto sour with a twist. It's made with a little shot of vodka, of course, amaretto, cranberry juice, triple sec for your taste. You like it?
It's okay.
No, it's just okay. But it's not one of the best, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It's smooth. Okay. It does its job. I can't really drink that much.
It's
like
a
I said, I
chick's
haven't
drink.
eaten or drank in 4
It's
days.
a chick's
so.
drink.
Is that? Yeah, I think a woman would like it. You like it, Lacey? She don't have it. She lying. Yo, y'all want to go to some hot topics?
Sure, why not?
Right. So,
Kim Zozo.
Let's go to the biggest hot topic that everybody don't
that?
know. If you don't know, if you've been on a rock, Meek Mill is finally free today.
when we gonna say that?
Shout out to Meek Mill.
Yeah, Meek is free. Is
I have a
And he made it to
the.
the Sixers game.
I have
tonight.
a theory on that, though.
He made it to the Sixers game tonight.
Yeah, he was smiling.
So your theory is now that
it wasn't a change of heart. Meek Mill just had the right white guys on his team.
You know what?
I'm telling you,
They use their white privilege to his
The thing about it
benefit.
is,
Bob Kraft came to visit him in jail the other week. Now, this judge in his lower court would not grant him bail, so he's staying locked up, right? The system is already backed up in Philly, all that. Bob Kraft goes and visit him. Bob Kraft with somebody else went and visited Meek Mill.
The Patriots owner.
He's the that's Bob Kraft.
That's Bob.
My
Kraft.
bad. The Philadelphia 76ers owner. My bad.
Okay, yeah. All right,
yeah,
so
yeah.
they go visit Meek, man. When they leave there, and 2 weeks later, he gets parole. Though.
Right.
No, it wasn't parole. He had another court hearing that was 60 days later, and that's when the court hearing was today.
But what
So-
I'm saying is that
In the Superior
the
Court.
Superior Court ordered the lower court to grant him bail.
Yeah, because it was a time up for the 60-day hearing.
So what?
It wasn't like
what
it
happened
was
to that
something-
judge though? You think?
No,
I'm telling you.
they didn't remove the judge from the case or
They
anything.
didn't?
They
They said she can remove herself if she wanted to, but
But what I'm saying is that Bob Kraft and them made some phone calls, man. You can't tell me they didn't.
So the owner,
They made some phone calls, man.
so the owner of the 76ers, Joshua Harris, he picked Meek up from jail.
Exactly.
He
So,
picked him up.
But
from
my thing
jail.
is, from the history of Meek Mill, did you know he knew all these famous people? I'm like, wow,
You know
when
what?
did all this come out?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't
when he
know
was with
how
Nicki
he split
Minaj,
the
she
Bob
was just
Kraft.
like,
you gotta look at his management team, which is Rock Nation.
He has so many people
And that's
come.
through Jay-Z.
He has so many
Okay.
people come to his,
Defense.
defense. The governor of the governor of Pennsylvania, the Philadelphia mayor, top level prosecutors. He has so many people come to his defense. Like, yeah, you.
Speaking of form, right? Yeah, they were speaking of form.
Yeah, and it's and on top of that, with all the stuff that was coming about, questioning, especially the incident that happened in Philly.
I feel like it was Bob Kraft made a phone call. When you got the kind of money and you got the kind of access, you can just make stuff happen.
right.
White
Those judges play a lot of golf and they like to go to nice games.
ladies and
I
gentlemen,
truly believe in
ladies,
using what you got. to
ladies
get
and- ladies
I
and
don't
gentlemen.
mind. Make a call.
white privilege.
But Meek Mills is black like you.
No, white privilege. white privilege
lost.
got me out of jail.
I don't think he's
Not
white.
his white privilege.
I mean,
they use their white privilege
You could
to
say
get
it's
him
some
out
white
of jail.
privilege, but it's definitely having the right friends.
But look,
right
what
among
about
them.
his
Yeah.
street credits? His street credits are gone now.
Why is that?
Because every time somebody do that, they talk about the man did this to me, but the man helped him, so he
Man.
cannot complain.
You definitely can't say that.
That's
got a
so
good one
true.
on that.
You got him right there.
He can't complain no more.
He's,
Can't be like, fuck.
So what the hell are you gonna rap about now?
he's definitely not gonna be with Black Lives Matter.
Right.
Now,
Hold on,
we'll
why
get you
wasn't
out
they
of
fighting
jail,
for him?
but you can't be with them
Why
black.
wasn't they fighting for him?
I'm sure they said a word or two, but he didn't need the help.
I wonder. I don't know what they said. Honestly, I didn't really patrol it.
I mean, but I'm saying they can only be fighting for a high profile thing.
Well, they didn't fight for him because it was another black lady that was holding him down. So that would be like,
So
who
what-
they gonna pick?
so it's-
it'd have been a lot. That'd have been
I mean,
too
it's
much.
against
The man
judicial
wasn't holding
system.
it down. The man saved him from that black woman syndrome.
So
you know
I
what
gotta
I'm
say this. Can you imagine the music that he's gonna put out?
Yes, it's gonna be like
it-
I love Donald Trump and all
But-
that. It's gonna be some
but
good music.
The tone of his music is probably gonna change.
It's gonna be
probably
pop-
Yeah,
bubble
it's
gum.
probably gonna be a little bit
little more
more.
bubble
it's-
gum.
it's
What
I
happened?
don't think you could change, but so much.
Hey, I hope he can make some good music. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, you know, a lot of guys, it's like dudes normally when they take a hit, they never come back to where they were. When they
Yeah.
take a hit, something about that. Like Mike Vick was on top of the world. He left. He never made it back. Mike Tyson never made it back. Arsenio went away.
Never
I
made it
think
back.
Couldn't come back.
Mike Vick he made it back until he made that
Nah.
one.
He
He made
came
that.
back. He had one good game against us.
Oh.
No, he did okay while he was still
Well,
in
I
Philly.
mean, y'all talking about sports
Against
I'm
us,
talking
I said when he
no,
played the
he
Redskins.
did okay.
When
you
he was
know.
making $1 million a year, he did okay. Is when he got up to that 25 million.
No,
or
he
40 million,
I think he
That's
got
when-
another $100 million contract.
and then he was just
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I'm good. I
That's
can
how.
retire now."
It wasn't just that one game.
But I'm just saying, he didn't seem like he never was Michael Vick again.
Nah, he was out there. He was balling. He was
He-
balling. That's how he got another $100
You
million
take a hit.
contract.
So we're gonna see how Meek rap when he come back, man. See if he can.
So
he needs a haircut. That's for sure.
Well, he's been in jail, man.
Like they don't serve up haircuts in jail.
They definitely do.
And you know the Meek Mill fans.
You know
gonna
that's
do
where most barbers got their license.
That's one of the professions you can get into in jail.
But he
yeah,
said
you know-
he need a haircut, but he took his hat off. Put your hat back on.
But you know, I mean, you have no hair.
I know, but don't talk about somebody when
have
you need
no
one
hair.
too.
And you
That's
you
just like this, like
and
the
stop using Beijing.
Where
man.
do I? This is my natural. Just because
It's
I'm dark,
not Be-
like my
Beijing.
this is my natural, bro. Anyway,
You getting
moving
you
on
getting
really quick.
grayer.
Of
I
course,
mean,
the
damn.
I am. I
Yeah,
have children.
let's move these topics.
The little guy, the little midget from Austin Powers died this week.
Mini me.
Mini me. Isn't that
It's,
sad?
Vern, right?
Vern died.
It's little
Hey.
little person.
He was not even just a normal midget, man. He was like half the size of Wee Man.
Hold up. What did you just call him? You didn't say that politically correct.
Half a
it's
midget.
called little person,
Little
not
person.
midget people.
But
Yeah.
but you
You
talk
gotta
about
call
it. But
him
y'all
a
can
little
talk about him. But that thing was knocking some women down. I ain't know that.
He was not.
That's just the visual is crazy.
He was getting some beautiful
So
women.
tell us what's his list?
I don't know his list. I'm sorry, it didn't come up. I tried, but I saw.
So how do you know that?
Well,
he was
I remember
knocking
he
her
was
down?
on that show, Celebrity Big Brother, Celebrity House, something where they stayed out.
yeah.
And he hit that one, the model girl. He
Really?
hit that. At least he was trying to, he was up in there.
That's just kind of ill.
He been
But okay.
because he's like an infant child, and they let
That's what Jay said. He said he was super small. He wasn't even a normal.
Yeah, so here's a picture of him with Wee Man from Jackass.
Oh yeah. Oh damn. He's smaller than him.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
Wow.
And then here's a picture of him with that chick.
Wasn't that his girlfriend or something? He did his thing. So he was only 49 years old when he died. Was
Which was
Well, it's probably a lot longer than his life expectancy was
Yeah,
supposed
he
to be.
definitely outlived. Yeah,
Ooh.
for sure.
well, how do y'all know? I mean, y'all
Because
trying to
when
say
you're
that
when you're
dwarfs don't live that
abno-
long?
Yeah, they don't.
when
You're
you're
not
not
supposed to call
yeah.
them dwarfs.
I think
When
dwarfs
you
is a
are-
better word than
with
the other
Little
ones.
people.
When you have
Oh, you
certain
call them
people-
little people.
when you
Yeah.
have certain variances in your size, like people who tend to grow too big, or
Or
you know,
too small.
people or too small, your
Yeah.
internal organs oftentimes don't grow in compliance with aren't in compliance with your
With
body.
your body, yeah.
Like people who tend to grow huge, they suffer from some type of thing called giant acrimony. I'm
it's
mispronouncing
it's
it.
the same thing.
Yeah,
like,
Andre the Giant had
Yeah,
it.
Andre Shaq actually have most people who grow
George
huge-
Mirson suffering from it,
Exactly.
and Manu Bo.
Exactly. They have
Manu
to,
Bo died from it,
Yeah.
right?
Okay, yeah.
they have to get they have to have
Manubo did.
Yeah.
Ain't
Jesus
nobody
Christ.
tell me.
Jesus
No, I'm just
Lord.
joking. Go ahead.
They have to have some type
I
of
didn't hear about it
surgery. They have to have some type of surgery to like remove that portion of their of the brain or whatever. I don't know.
Oh, really?
But in order to stop it, because if they don't, if Shaq, let's say for instance, Shaq never had the surgery. He had the surgery when he was young. If he never had the surgery, he would have kept on growing.
Really?
Andre the Giant. Never wanted the surgery, so he kept on growing. He got up to like 7'4", and plus he was huge.
Yeah, he was like
So,
500 and something pounds.
Yeah, so your internal organs, like your heart, your intestines, all
Yeah.
it works twice as hard
Small or,
to catch
or
it.
too big.
And
right.
this dude, I watched a documentary. There's several documentaries on this dude. This dude
Who? Andre the Giant?
This motherfucker could take back some drink.
Oh yeah, they say he used to drink
This
like
dude
on a. He used to drink a case just on a regular day.
A case.
A
of
case?
A case of beer.
A case?
Yeah.
This motherfucker took back 150 something beers in a single night.
No, but I'm saying on a regular day, that was his regular day.
Did he get drunk?
That-
No,
plus a
that's the
bottle.
thing. That's the
Plus
thing.
a bottle of something.
He would drink like cases of, like you said, cases of beer and wine, liquor, and the dude loved to eat. I mean, the motherfucker's French, but he would love to eat, and he would take literally 4 or 5. He would take his friends out and take 4 or 5 bottles of whiskey to the head.
Jesus.
And they used to say all the time, like, you look, it's suicide to drink with this dude.
Yeah, I wouldn't hang with him. I couldn't make it. I couldn't make it. Hey, yo, on,
but he footing the bill, so you gonna have to make.
No, I'll act like I'm drinking with him, but I'll nicely be like, oh, I'll hold my drink here the whole night. I just filled it up, But so Martin Lawrence, he started this new tour with
Ricky Smiley, right?
Ricky Smiley. It's like the OG
D. Ray Davis.
But unfortunately, your boy from what's the show? Hollywood Husbands or whatever, House Husbands of Hollywood with Kevin Hart, J.B. Smooth.
Yeah.
He got booed off the stage. Something terrible.
Really?
Wow.
Terrible. He went behind. He went behind Michael Blackson.
Oh my
So
God.
it was sad. And so after that, of course, your boy Smooth, he doesn't curse and stuff. He does comedy, but it's more of a PG rated.
Yeah.
And plus, he's more of a writer now.
Right. Well, Michael
stand-up.
Blackson came and killed the crowd, had the crowd all hype. He called everybody bitches and hoes and all this stuff. And then poor little man come there with his comment. They were like, all right, that's enough. Get off the stage. And I wish we need.
That's sad for JB Smooth, man. He's an OG now.
He's an OG.
He's an OG,
And
but
to
he
me-
needs to probably stay as a writer.
No,
or stay on the comic view crowds.
Well,
You can't
I
go to
heard-
the heavy crowds.
Right. Well, I heard Ricky Smiley say, because Ricky Smiley said that he doesn't really does cursing and stuff in his, so he would not follow somebody like a Michael Blackson or Cat Williams. He said because what happened because they already got him high there. So if he's gonna do a set, he would say, "Put me first, and then so forth they can follow because he knows."
Because right, you
he
take
knows
up
the-
He know his is more clean
Hey, so-
and go to
right.
the dirty.
Are there any reviews on how Martin is doing?
Well, Martin is pretty much hosting. I don't think he's
Yeah.
No, he's not really doing any.
He know no stand up.
No, he's.
See, there's
mainly
another one right
hosting.
there. There's another one. Like Martin back in the day on Def Comedy Jam, he was super
Oh, he
funny,
was
right?
awesome. He was the Kevin
Now
Hart.
it's like,
No, but see, he was hosting back Def Comedy Jam.
but his regular stand up flow was just
was
natural,
bad. Like when he
funny.
did his thing.
I mean, but we don't know if he's funny as a host now, though. He's giving everybody else a chance. He's made all his money that
Well,
he
I
needs to
mean,
make.
he probably still, but
He can't even-
but I see what you're saying because at one time Eddie Murphy, remember Delirious? Everybody was sweating that, but Eddie Murphy can't come back and do no stand up now.
but
Ah,
So
yes, he
Eddie
can.
Mike could.
you
also-
think it'd be funny? You think y'all?
Now,
Eddie's a funny
hey, he
dude.
already said he would spend his money on Eddie.
I go see Eddie Murphy.
But here's the thing.
I kind of saw. I grew up on Delirious too, though. I mean, so
I love Delirious.
At the same time,
You
it takes
grew
a
up
while.
on Delirious or Raw.
both.
It
I
takes.
mean, I was young watching Delirious.
Yeah,
but,
I was about to say you sneaking watching Delirious.
But people got to take into consideration when you're. I mean, and I'm not a stand-up comedian, but when you're a stand-up comedian,
We know
you've been
you're
away
not.
that long. It takes a while to kind of get back. You got to learn like the new culture. You got to learn new jokes. I mean,
You do.
I would buy Eddie Murphy ticket.
That's why your boy Dave
Dave
Chappelle
Chappelle
said you got to get out there and
Start
hit
all over
cities,
again.
and you got to work a couple of
You gotta
different
see
crowds
what's
and all
out
that.
there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's why he started in small venues, and he likes small venues altogether. But
Yeah, Dave Chappelle is really funny though.
he worked his way back up
I
to
ain't
be
thi-
able to make that money.
I didn't think he was legit funny as the people was trying to give it to him, but he's funny.
Well, I think the
He's
stuff
funny,
that he
but
hit on
his a lot of
his delivery is hilarious.
yes. It's a different delivery. That's
I
what
saw
it
Dave
is.
Chappelle years ago, in California. A lot of Dave Chappelle shows are not taped. The dude is, I'm gonna be honest with you, dude is hilarious.
I remember
One of the best comedians I've ever seen, and I'm not gonna sit here. I haven't seen that many, but I've seen Kevin Hart.
You
I've
seen
I've
him
seen
Spanky
Eddie.
from your high school, and
I've seen Kevin Hart live. I've seen I haven't seen Chris Rock live. I want to see him live. I've seen
See, I don't think
Cat.
Chris Rock is that funny.
Cat is funny. Kevin is funny, but Dave
Chris
literally had me crying.
Rock was super funny, man. But this last one he did, I was like,
Yeah, it wasn't. It kind
But
of.
you-
See,
but
and I don't want Eddie to go to that. I don't
But-
want Eddie because Eddie's
Nah.
last.
But think about Eddie's movies. Every one of Eddie's movies, man, he come up with the funny, man.
He has some bad ones like
What bad movies he Eddie
like
had?
the movie where he played the robot. Him and
Dave.
Dave.
But
That was kind of like
Yeah, but it
okay.
was-
But that wasn't a
entertaining, though.
comedy movie.
It was kind of entertaining, though.
But-
but yeah, it wasn't a great movie. And Dr. Doolittle wasn't that great.
But
Dr. Doolittle was great
it was
for
all right
kids.
for kids.
It was.
But the movie that he didn't get his props for, Raspuska was like the funniest character.
Norbit.
And Norbit.
Norbert.
No, Norbert is kind of job on the lower classic.
But it was
it is.
hilarious.
You're right about that one.
On the low, yeah.
I was watching that shit. The
How
other day.
you doing?
Yeah.
But you know,
And
I
she
mean,
was saying that
but
before it came out before Wendy Williams.
But to,
No, I'm just
but to
kidding.
go back to
is.
like Chris
That's
Rock,
all my kids
Chris-
see that way. We laugh so.
but to go back to Chris Rock
No,
and
but-
Dave Chappelle, a lot of they shows now is like real, politically based and stuff. It's like
There's
they-
more
they-
content that they have now.
Yeah,
Because
whereas
we
back
have-
then it's like they were ignorant and they didn't give a fuck.
yeah, they grew up.
But
Yeah.
Because their audience grew up, so they had to grow up.
what y'all think about Tracy Morgan? I
Not
think
funny.
I've been
You don't
watching
think
the
it's
last
funny?
OG.
the OG is hilarious.
How you been watching that? It's on right now.
Because we got
I'm saying
DVR.
it's in the third episode.
Hold
I'm gonna
on.
see it tonight.
I was just messing with you.
So how is Tiffany Haddish in that?
Annoying as
Yeah,
usual.
no, I don't get to watch that much TV.
She's annoying as usual.
I haven't watched it. No,
I love Tiffany Haddish, but sometimes she come across like if y'all watch Celebrity Hip Hop Squares,
Mm-hmm.
she's annoying on that show. Like she's just trying too hard to pull her.
I think
disagree.
she's
I-
always trying too hard.
And I think she does that a lot, but it's
Yeah.
working for her.
I-
It's
I-
not working with her, but it's working. Like a lot of other people love her.
But
I
but
disagree, man.
you also remember you're not her audience. She has a younger
And plus,
audience.
is it me or are all the black female comedians kind of like fives?
Dead. Yeah.
you talk about as far as funny.
No,
Yes.
like looks. They never look. It's not a fine one.
No, there's not.
You don't think Tiffany Haddish is fine?
No.
Heck no.
What about Samoa?
Nah. She's probably the best.
Samoa is pretty in person. You gotta
She's
see
probably
her.
the best out of all of them.
Didn't you work
Yeah.
for Samoa?
Or you know who else?
I didn't work- I
you
did
know
an
who
event
else
with her.
And I don't even know if she's all that funny, but she's a comedian.
It's not all that funny though.
Aisha Tyler.
Oh yeah, but she's more of a like an actress.
Improv.
No,
you know,
but no.
improv.
She's
Yeah.
she's more of
But
an
she was on that
improv
show
type.
with
like
just
SNL.
Like
she's
what's the
funny.
guy that did the improv with the black
But she
guy?
has a stand-up show too.
She was good. I know
I
she
don't know.
she used to be on that show to talk with
She used to have her own talk show.
no, she was on that show to talk with Cheryl Underwood, but unfortunately she left and now your girl took her place. Eve, the rapper, took her place. On
Well,
that
I'm just
show.
talking about look-wise. She's probably a better
Yeah,
looking
if you like-
female.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Eve is kind of cute to me now.
Eve is
in her
fine.
older age, she looks much better.
But like
A
in
lot
terms-
better. I don't know.
Than when
And
she was young.
and she covered up the tiger paws.
Did she?
You don't see them that much.
Yeah.
no more.
You don't see him
But
anymore.
she's married to that millionaire now. She now
Billionaire?
Billionaire. She
She
loves.
was a millionaire.
She loves her
already.
kids, her stepkids. She always talking about my stepchildren.
Do she
Like,
have any kids of her own?
She had none of her own. I think she was trying to get pregnant. But look, I saw an amazing movie this weekend. Like before we wrap up hot topics, that movie with Taraji Henson.
Acrimony.
Crazy.
I snuck into that shit.
Oh
First of
my
all,
God,
it was not
crazy.
amazing. It was not. It was a typical.
Well, I mean,
Tyler Perry
a
flick.
misogynist. If you look at it from misogynist, no, it was different.
It was a
You
typical
guys
Tyler-
haven't seen it.
I haven't seen Acrimony.
It's a
The
typical
whole,
Tyler
to me,
Perry
the whole
flick.
plot was so creative. The
No, it
way
wasn't.
and I hope that every young girl
Like an
watched
angry
this
black
show.
woman?
It wasn't
Basically.
it wasn't really hate. No, she was an angry black woman, but it was kind of like everything she did. It was everything that happened to her. She brought on herself because she should have opened up her mind, and she should have. She shouldn't have.
Typical Tyler Perry
No,
movie.
okay, I can tell y'all a little of the plot because y'all ain't see it. So basically, she met a guy in college.
Okay.
Her parents died, left her a lot of money. She ended up spending a lot of money on him, buying him. She bought him a car and everything. And
While they was in college.
when they were in college, I think she did buy him a car. He was living in a trailer. It was a lot. She was doing a lot for him. At any rate, she caught him. Initially, the first thing, she caught him cheating with a woman. She came and wrecked the car and everything. That's when he should have known she was crazy. Anyway, they end up to make it real quick,
Reconciling.
they ended up getting married or whatever. He all the time he had this dream to build this battery and to get this battery sold. So as he was doing all that, she'd been spending money, all her inheritance and everything left. They lived. Because of that battery, they ended up losing her family house. Her mother left her when she died. A lot of stuff happened. He never worked the whole time. So when they finally broke up, she was working and everything. Anyway, the battery thing ended up making millions of dollars, millions and millions and millions of dollars.
$100+ million.
He wrote.
Typical
He did-
typical Tyler Perry flick.
Not true. He ended up
she
giving. He
divorced
ended up
him.
giving Taraji's character $6 million.
10 million. It was 10 million.
Okay, 6 to 10 million, and then with that money, but he was worth like $1 billion, maybe millions.
You sounding like Chitty right now when he tells the story.
I'm
All right.
trying to get out the plot.
Okay,
I
so-
broke it down.
okay.
Hold
Like,
up.
She ended up.
This is how Tyler Perry shows go
his
on.
business ended up
it's like
becoming
one
like-
day in 5 hours.
Right, you can do it in 2 minutes. You can do that one show. But anyway, his particular battery invention ended up making him a billionaire. So he ended up marrying somebody else. She got married. She thought because she gave him all that life for 19 years that should have been her life.
That's my boat. It's a typical,
But how do you feel that just because what y'all had and if it didn't work, why do you feel that you're entitled to something?
I can
that
understand
you-
why she did feel that way because
Why-
she put
why?
so much into his investing into that battery.
But
she lost all her. She lost
what
her
what
family
he's
money.
not
But
what
he
he's
paid-
not
but
what
he
he's
paid
not
her.
what
That's
he's
true.
not saying what he's not saying is basically she divorced him because what he's not saying it was
She didn't believe in his
she
dream.
divorced him because he met with the chick that he had slept with. However, it was on a business tip because she worked for an investment
That's not why
firm.
she divorced him.
Now she divorced him at the behest of her sisters in her own anger.
She divorced him
and
because
about
she wanted him to get a job.
About 8 months, a year later, whatever the case may
He
be,
became a billionaire.
his battery takes off
because of that other lady.
basically, and he comes back, apologizes, gives her $10 million and buys and the keys to her mama's house. She, of course, crazy as hell, atypical Tyler Perry flick. Doesn't want to accept that, and of course, the chick that he ends up hooking up with is the same chick that he cheated with in the beginning. Yes, it was.
No, she just helped her. He ended up marrying a whole nother lady.
So,
a different lady.
Did y'all see the same movie?
That's what I'm saying. He must didn't see that.
Atypical
Okay,
Tyler
all right.
Perry.
So I get it. She's pissed though, right?
Yes. She didn't have no basis to be pissed though, like Dave said, because she divorced him.
And
So
she
what happened
divorced him,
after
and she
that?
got paid, right?
He gave her.
He
money
didn't
and
have to.
everything.
The judge said he
do
didn't
that.
have to, which brings up another topic. Are you deserving of funds after divorce?
Of course not. I think morally you do. If I had a wife that helped me like she did him all them time, and then I finally I ended up becoming, I would try to. Get
I gotta ask Pastor this question now.
I think whenever you get into the millions, then we talking anything under the millions. No.
Now we
So if
we've
your
been
wife, if your
divorced-
ex-wife would have helped you build your
sure.
mega church, and you made because of her, her inheritance,
And I got
everything,
$5 million.
but she divorced you.
and
She
now they
divor-
calling you Creflo.
right. But look, she
You about to
divorced
get that
you.
plane.
She divorced you, and then after she divorced you, 2 years later, you become
blow.
whatever she's been working on.
Yeah, see, her divorcing me first probably would mess her whole game up.
Right.
You
That's
know
what
I'm saying?
happened to her.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
too damn big to be that fine and be that small.
Right.
That's what she told her new boyfriend.
Yeah. But anyway, he
This
did. he
nigga
did
got a
good wife.
Transformer hat.
No, that's Black Panther. See, you don't know. Anyway, we're going to a quick song. Be right back. Pastor, what we going
Okay.
to talk about when we come back?
Oh, we're gonna talk about the genius of the mistress.
Ooh, round. Shout out to Caesar.
Hey.
Scissor.
Shout out to the side chick.
Give us a call at
Got the weekend, right?
202-656. One bar.
Who wants to be boyfriend number 2?
Yo, welcome back to WLVS Radio. Tune into the open bar. Salute. While we in commercial, we was talking about all the fine female comedians. We still didn't
We
find
came
one.
out one.
We
with,
can't find one. We
none.
can't find one.
Don't do that.
I think
please,
some
we can't-
more is
not
fine.
even- not even
Some
a-
more is gorgeous.
Not even a
I'm
white
not gonna
one.
let y'all do
Not
that.
even a white one.
What do you mean?
Tina Fey might be the closest.
Nah.
I mean, honestly, but when
Because
you
when I
think
look
about
at Tina
it, you
Fey,
know,
I think of Geritol.
I'm gonna think about it like this.
Sarah Silverman.
Ooh.
Maybe that's what I was trying to think.
Come
what's
on,
the
come on,
girl?
Jacob,
What's the girl that's kind of thick
Jacob,
now
really,
that got
bro?
that?
I mean,
But
come on, I ain't
what's
want to
the-
say
what's
that now.
the thick girl that stole the money from Monique from Netflix? What's her name?
Amy Schumer.
She's good for a big woman.
She's
Hey,
not. She's not.
It's not a
she's
fine
not.
female comedian. They're not fine.
But
But
Sarah
y'all-
Silverman.
So, but you know what? To come to think about it,
What?
that's why they gotta be comedians. That's probably why they gotta be. Exactly
People,
because
I mean,
you gotta be able to Joan. You
I
gotta-
mean, and that's
Hey.
the point. And that's the point. And that's the point. Think about it.
This is why Ron is.
I mean, as a comedian, look, go past the looks. How many of the female comedians out there are on the same level as men? How many of them are funny as hell? Think about that. Amy Schumer's not funny. She sells out box.
Rashida Jones, a comedian.
Nah, she fucking sucks, man.
Rashida Jones?
Nah,
Is she white or black?
she's Quincy Jones' daughter.
Okay.
Are you on a
Quincy Jones' wife is
I
probably
need
white.
to see Rashida Jones.
She's alright.
She's alright.
She's alright, man.
Okay.
Tupac was engaged to her sister.
Joan Rivers was hot back in the day.
That's I mean, Tupac was engaged to her sister.
Tell me something. Is it true that Halle Berry has a sister?
Yeah.
That's just.
I don't know
fine
that.
She was. I've
No,
never seen
she's
this
not
girl.
that fine.
She's
See,
not.
you got-
It-
Can you
Oh,
put a
okay.
picture of
Have
Halle
y'all
Berry's
seen
sister?
Jodie Watley's sister?
Halle Berry's sister.
Have y'all seen
Allegedly.
Have you seen Jodie Watley's sister?
haven't seen Jodie Watley in years, so I don't.
I'm pretty sure
But-
y'all
but-
have.
but-
I just
but-
didn't know
but
what she
the-
was.
Who is her sister?
The final take is this. Listen, but the final take is that. Guess what? Yeah, if you're a comedian and you're funny, you probably had to be.
Oh,
I mean, it's just the way that it is.
I just don't think I think Tiffany Haddish is
Heck
cute.
no. Heck no.
I think her mouth makes her nasty. I think women once they become vulgar to me, it kind of take their nastiness off. But when they're, you know what I'm saying, like
you
do.
feel me with vulgar and nasty?
no, when they
lost me.
speak vulgar, like they do
It
things
takes
like
their nasty away.
it makes them not
This-
as attractive.
attractive. Oh,
I think
okay.
if Tiffany Haddish was like a Halle Berry actress or something, or a Taraji Henson, y'all would think she was hot.
Y'all looking at this the wrong way. We talk.
How should we look at it, Big
It
Cousin?
shouldn't be about just looks and. I mean, think about it. How many?
I agree.
On a no homo tip, how many good looking male comedians are there? Half of them ugly as shit.
Ron Austin.
That's what brings
This is true.
comedy to the.
This is
Now-
That's a funny looking
just-
nigga over there. It makes me laugh
Now,
harder.
what would Cat Williams' job be doing if he didn't do comedy?
This is true. But even big awkward Steve Harvey, man, because I think he overachieved with that wife.
Okay.
He-
I'm
He
He
overachieved
defined-
with that wife?
I think he overachieved.
This is third time.
Fourth
he got
time.
the money now.
No,
okay.
but their first two wives look like
Yeah.
bugaboos. But that
But they probably could throw it down
Hold
in the
up.
bedroom.
The money. See, he's.
That's R. Kelly's wife.
I was just seeing it. I was
hold
just
on,
seeing
y'all
a
gonna
thing.
keep talking about. R.
I
Kelly's
just
wife was
seen
hot.
a story where Steve Harvey was saying that it's like, look, my wife, she ain't gotta work. He said that's why I'm out here working. I don't expect her to do anything. So he already knew what he was getting into.
Yeah,
she ain't gotta do nothing. He gonna pay everything.
I'm just saying, she looks really good at 50.
But she
She's 60 probably. Cause
Okay.
they were like high
No.
school.
Okay.
they
oh,
weren't.
oh, okay.
Yes, they were.
I gotta
he
get.
just married her like less than 10 years
No,
ago.
they got back together.
Who?
No, I don't
Steve
think
Harvey-
that.
he
That
says
woman,
it.
that woman was a pastor of a church.
Huh?
When
No.
she was. Look her up.
She added new facts
His
in
woman,
there.
his woman is a minister.
All right, he overachieving either way.
His
So-
wife is a minister, by the way.
No,
Everybody,
she's not.
she
Hold on.
is. Look her
Hold
up.
on.
Look her
I'm
up.
looking
Can
at
you
her.
overachieve on a spouse? Can you overachieve?
Yeah, I don't like
get
that
Yeah,
word.
it's
I don't
not-
like that
Like,
word.
explain that to me. How do you overachieve?
Because when you over, he achieved her. So why would he overachieve?
yeah, I mean,
So he
isn't
he
the
got
whole
her.
purpose?
To
Isn't the whole
overachieve is to land somebody that's typically kind of out of your range, out of your league. It could be a big difference in looks in looks. It could be in personality and gifting. It's just like somebody who's just like kind of like.
But it doesn't that like contradict the whole
Damn,
purpose
I was all
of like,
wrong. Shit, you were right
of
on
like
that.
being
I
with
don't
somebody.
have to tell you. I'm always
No.
Doesn't that
No, you
contradict
was right
the
on
whole
her
purpose
age.
of being with somebody?
And
Or,
she's
I
a
guess
minister.
the
She's
notion
younger
of
than you.
falling for somebody. Or whatever.
No, she's that.
No,
Well,
she's older than
listen,
you. I'm sorry.
but listen, no,
she's
listen.
not.
You
But she's a
still
minister too, right?
I don't know about the minute.
people
She's a
still you,
minister.
you still decide your path, right?
Yeah.
And where you're the things that you do. And depending on what you decide for yourself, you put yourself in certain situations and whatnot. And you could still land a girl who is like it's like a guy. Think about a guy who is with a girl she's a high career girl. She's doing her thing. She winning, and he don't really got nothing really going on. But he lands her, and she like falls in love with him.
But
he's
but
overachieving.
that's what. But I don't think that by you saying Steve Harvey's overachieving. I think she landed. She the one landed.
Well. When I say when I say he's overachieving,
Because
I'm kind
of
of
her
talking
looks.
about how good looking
She is 20 years younger than him, just about.
Yeah.
I think that is wrong.
How
though.
good looking she is at her age. She really looks really good.
She dressed
and,
well. She's fine.
and it just seemed like
But and she helps out. She does a lot of his.
Could he have gotten her without that money?
No,
Yeah, probably.
Steve Harvey said he got
Oh,
game.
first of all, they wouldn't even notice each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Money, you attract more.
See,
people.
I don't agree
And
with that. You never
no,
know what
that's-
happened. Everything's is
No,
playing.
there's
Okay.
a lot of people out here when they ain't got no money, they can't find nobody.
And-
As soon as they get a piece of money,
And it's important.
Everybody knows
it's
it.
important
Dave
to keep
is right about that.
But it's
one.
important to keep in mind it's a difference in how things should be versus how things actually are.
I mean, and maybe
Which
this
is kind of what I'm talking about. I'm speaking when I say he's overachieving. It's not in how it should be. It's more in how things, how people kind of gauge things.
Right.
People are very surface and X, Y, Z. So that's why I asked the question.
When you-
there's
I mean, in his
a
sense-
17-year difference in
in his
their
sense-
ages.
in his
exactly.
sense-
That's what I'm saying. You don't think that's overachieving? Like
I mean, that's
she's
not
50. He's almost 70.
how many. But how many
She's-
men?
No,
how
she's
many?
only 40.
Well, I'm saying.
44.
I'm saying.
About to be
No.
But
Yeah,
pastor,
44.
pastor, how many?
She'll be. She's 43 right now.
pastor.
His wife.
Pastor.
Steve Harvey's wife?
Yes.
No.
How
She
many?
was born in
I think that was
74.
wrong.
Hold
I don't
on.
think
But
so.
how
That's
many?
Nah.
When you say age gap,
Look
how
it
many
up.
couples out there we know of where the man is like significantly older than
It's
his
a lot,
spouse?
though.
Million of those.
Can we really call that overachieving? I mean,
No. How many? Only reason why we know about him because the man has probably got some money.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah.
Only,
Let his ass be broke.
only overachiever dude that we know is Stedman, and he's winning. So
but I want to apologize to our producer Jacob. Yeah. Sarah Silverman.
She's all right.
She's all right. She got
She's
some nice.
not.
She got a nice little rack on her, man. He's like, I got to
But she
name her
still got bird
she's
lips.
Jewish.
She ain't got no DSLs.
Because she's Jewish. I got to name her.
Wow.
I'm like, what?
And she's fucking hilarious.
But you got but
Attractiveness to hilarity ratio is really good.
she's just. I think it's her delivery. I'm just telling you. Just like that's what makes Dave Chappelle. It's the delivery.
hey, your guys got me intrigued. We definitely want to do a topic on overachieving because now I want to reach
But
into
I think
that.
it's not a good word to use though.
Huh?
Because when you overachieve,
When y'all overanalyze it that way, it makes me want to now think about it a little bit further.
but I'm saying the word overachieve doesn't make sense.
Leagues.
Because when you overachieve, normally you're not achieving.
Sometimes
it, right?
no. When you overachieve, know that you reach outside of your league.
And when you achieve something,
like-
you
like-
get it. That means
you did do it. You did
so
do
you
it.
can't. Well, if you overachieve it,
But you
you
technically-
missed
but-
it.
but-
or you
but-
not you still reaching for it, right?
I mean, wouldn't you argue this, Pastor, that I've never been one to touch on somebody's negative past.
Okay.
But would you argue that considering Steve Harvey's past, like when he wrote one of the biggest flags he caught when he wrote the book, whatever, I think like a man is like people would say, motherfucker, you cheated on all your wives, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
Would you look at it as him overachieving in the sense like use a dog, but and I'm not, I'm trying to illustrate the point because I'm still trying to get to that. What do you mean by that?
My thing
Because
is
his career is here. He's on another platform now. He
Like-
has
like-
his
like, hold
own
on,
name.
hold on.
So
It's like a regular dude ended up dating Paris Hilton.
That's winning. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying he's
that's
winning.
winning for that dude.
Yeah,
but
for
that's
that dude.
underachieving for her.
It's underachieving for her, but it's overachieving for him, right?
Yes.
When a regular
just
dude, or even a regular girl, like think about. Hold on. So think about. So Karrueche Tran is Karrueche now, right?
Yeah.
But when she got with Chris Brown, she was just a regular girl.
Cat
Yeah.
Chan. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then she ain't have nobody like she got now. She done filled out and got older and everything, but she was like a straight, you know,
Chris like him.
but the idea is she wasn't over. She was
Rihanna got thick too, though.
but Rihanna wasn't over. She was on the level. There you go. You got the Rihanna and Chris. That kind of made a little bit of sense, right? But Karrueche Chan, right? Like where you?
Yeah,
come
everybody
from?
was upset about that, right?
Where'd you come from?
Like, who the hell is this?
And you got Chris Brown's heart.
Karrueche. And she still got his heart. He still
Yeah,
talking. He
she
be like,
do.
that's the one that got away. So
It's 17 years different, man.
And she is 44.
I told you, she's 44.
She's 44.
She's
Yes.
44.
No, she's 43, actually. She's about to turn 44 in October.
she looks older than 44. I'm sorry.
This is Steve Harvey's wife.
Yes.
Wow.
17 years
His current
difference.
wife.
Yes.
Y'all don't think
But
Marge
he
look older
he
than
married
44?
her. He married her in 2007. So it's 2018 now. So you do the math. That's what 9 years.
19 years.
Yeah, 11 years right there.
So
So
yeah.
gorgeous,
So
But I
Steve
think
Harvey
she
is like
looks-
64.
He's 61.
he got him a
He's
youngin.
61.
He got him
61.
he got him a youngin.
But
God
Margie,
knows how long
she
they were
don't
dating
look
beforehand.
To me, I would have thought she was at least 50. Not because of her look. She's beautiful,
I
but
feel
she
like
carries herself.
I
very well.
remember him saying he got her a Rolls Royce something for her 50th birthday.
Me too.
I think I
Because
remember.
I
him.
remember him having a huge party for her
Yeah,
50th birthday. That's
exactly.
why I say
So-
I'm not sure where these things came from.
He might be 11 years, but 17. But even
Because on this show, they had a big party about her 50th birthday. They had it on his talk
like
show.
that.
So
yeah.
So I don't know where we getting these notes from. And
But I guess like I
She's
said,
not
it's-
a minister.
y'all make me want to like dig into that topic just a little bit more because
I just don't like that word overachieve. But we'll figure that out.
okay,
Maybe a different word for it. That's all I'm
Right.
saying. Maybe you
It
got a
doesn't
different
make
word
sense.
for it.
Well, hold on. So here, let me see if I can throw a good example. A lot of people feel like the dude who stepped in as the second string quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles overachieved.
Yeah. Nick Foles.
Like it's like this is not. He's not. That's not his role. They still are suspect, even though
Because
he did it.
because
Even though he did it, he actually went through the playoffs and won the Super Bowl. They're like, he overachieved.
Yeah.
So-
but they said that back in the day about Doug
hard to
Williams.
say- it's hard to say he overachieved when he actually did it, right? But you're saying that's not who he will be on a regular basis. Can he maintain that? Is that
But they
who
said
he
that
really
they said the same thing when Doug Williams won the Super Bowl.
Outperforming expectations.
That's the better way to say it.
I think so.
Okay.
It's the long version of overachieving.
Or above,
This is what I mean.
Went
You know what I'm
beyond,
saying?
went beyond the call of duty. I would say Nick Foles
Is
just went
Jay Z overachieving with Beyonce?
Yes. Yes.
Y'all don't like this.
Are y'all thinking about looks wise? You can say
It doesn't
that, but
matter.
He's a
It doesn't matter.
I don't know.
No, they about. I mean,
When you say-
she had money.
We ain't talking about money.
When we
just
hold on, when
looks, artistry, whatever.
well, I'm
think
just
they
saying,
fit- I think they
one
fit
you
well.
got.
No, he's known as Beyonce's husband.
I'm
in
gonna
most
say
people's
this.
world.
I'm gonna say this. You know
All
what?
right?
If you're that talented, you're probably also pretty smart and also pretty funny.
I'm also say. I'm gonna
But
say.
he
this.
he even made a song about it. It's called Hollywood.
come back. I want. Let's dive more into that conversation.
Okay, yeah.
because
Jacob said something nice.
We got to go
Outperforming
beyond.
expectations is a nice way.
Yeah.
Saying
Say it again.
outperforming expectations.
Okay, I like that. But
Yeah.
the word overachieve just
Overachieve.
Yeah, because I mean, if I
We
get
will
with a
always
bad
go with
joint,
the man.
if
Hold
I
on.
get with a bad joint, you know what I'm saying? People looking at it.
If
oh,
you
he,
come
he,
here with a bad joint,
he
Hold on.
overachieved.
You did overachieve.
Hold on. What about Millie
I mean-
Vanilli?
Huh?
Millie Vanilli.
what about him?
Overachieved.
Yeah. Nah, they got caught.
But I'm saying they overachieved.
Because
Girl, you know it's true.
Steve Harvey and Margie's working. They didn't work. They got caught.
I guess, but look
I
at
mean,
this.
she was married before.
So-
Her first husband's doing life in prison.
So what about Vanilla Ice? Was that overachieving with one song, Ice Ice Baby?
Ice. Nah, this is
One
a one-hit
song.
wonder. Just a one-hit wonder. It's tons of those.
What's overachieving though, right? He wasn't a real artist. Like he ain't have no music.
See, everybody. And
He
then,
wasn't a real rapper. He wasn't a
but
singer.
everybody thought Cardi B was gonna be overachieved, but she's gonna be an icon.
But
I
she
think.
legit.
She's legit.
Hold on.
She
hold
wasn't
on.
overachieving.
I don't know about that.
And they're looking at
I mean, I think the bar is kind of low nowadays for most people.
Wow.
You
this
know?
is true. This is true.
We
and they didn't expect
but
that
you,
from bar.
but you gotta also understand, for us, because we're a little bit older, they don't make music for us. So when we,
Well, I get that too. That's true.
You know, anything that's out here that's going on currently,
It's not for you anyway.
it's not for you anyway.
Yeah, if you
So
if you're over right with 38, it ain't for you anyway.
if you're over 35,
It's
your
not for you,
window's
right.
gone. You shot. You know what I'm
done.
saying? You're
It's a wrap.
you're the old man in the club that everybody's talking about. No matter you looking at the older dude in the club, you say, "Look at that old ass nigga."
Everybody's looking at you like, what are you doing in here?
Yeah, what are you doing in here too? So
Wow. So I know we said we was going to go straight to you, but we kind of moved on. So when we go to a quick topic, we want to. I mean,
we just go right into him
we
now.
go to a quick break, and then we're going to go right into the PDO. Give us a call at 202-656. What are we going to talk about again?
The genius of the mistress.
The SZA, how you say
SZA.
it? SZA movement. Anyway, give us a call at 202-656 1 bar. Salute. Yo, welcome back to WLVS Radio. Tune into the open bar. Salute. Salute. I know everybody's waiting on the PDO segment talking about the side chick, right?
Yeah.
The method of side chick. But we before we go into that, we do want to talk about what happened at the Waffle House. What happened, big guy?
What happened at the Waffle House? Young dude came in. Just put me on blast, though. I ain't even got my stuff there. This past weekend in Tennessee, crazy dude walked in the Waffle House butt naked and shot up the place.
That's not what happened.
Yeah, he
shot at the place.
He did,
and then he was unarmed. Then he got disarmed.
He got disarmed by a bystander.
Then he took his jacket off and ran down the street naked.
I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt.
He didn't come in there butt naked.
But a
shooting
dude
up the place.
by the name of Travis Reen King, he walked into the Waffle House with an overcoat on. He was butt naked.
And he had an assault rifle.
Yeah, he had an assault rifle, and he started shooting.
And when he
a young brother, basically, and he says at point blank, look, I wasn't even trying to be a hero. I just knew I wasn't trying to die. So when he was shooting, when he
tried to reload,
yeah, his gun jam. When he was shooting, his guns jam, and he tried to fix it. And the dude said, "Fuck this," and tackled the man. And then he took off, butt ass naked, running down the street.
And they caught him 3 days later.
Yeah, they just caught him today, actually.
Oh yeah. Well, shout out to the dude that tackled.
He said, "Look, man, I'm not a hero."
His name was Josh or something?
Yeah, Josh something. Hold on.
Sweet, man.
He took off his trench coat or whatever, his jacket.
So he
was already butt naked.
But
I know. That's
but
crazy, right? Like,
who carries a gun
to
commit and you ain't got no
murder?
damn clothes on?
But this dude,
That nigga gonna tell a
the
big
funny,
story,
this
like-
dude comes with a story. Last year he was stalking the White House grounds. When the Secret Service apprehended him, of course, he sat there and swore to God Almighty that Taylor Swift was stalking him.
This the same guy?
Yeah, this is the same dude.
Oh wow.
He
Well, Taylor Swift is a stalker. Like when she did that poor little Earth, Wind, and Fire, it was.
when FBI caught him, they went to his father.
Y'all
They
hear
went
about
to
that? Y'all hear her remake of
September.
September.
Really? No,
Yeah.
I haven't heard.
It's
That.
terrible. Could you play a piece of it?
It's so bad. I was like, this week in September.
It was bad.
It was bad.
It was Come on.
Her voice, it was cute, but you don't make Earth, Wind, and Fire
Chitty could have
cute.
did it better than that.
You don't make Earth, Wind, and Fire cute.
Well,
No,
I
it's not
mean,
cute.
Nope, no more.
We want to forget, but we can't.
look.
Yeah,
Here's the
terrible.
thing y'all don't understand. Taylor Swift's fan base is you
Country.
know, young white girls between the ages of 10 and
So they like
28.
September.
So they like in their mind, they don't know that Earth, Wind, and Fire song.
They have no clue exactly.
They have no clue in their mind.
So you're not comparing it.
So
Yeah,
if,
they're
you
not
were,
comparing.
if you were to sing
It's
that,
all us old
if
heads.
you were singing that song right now, they'd be like, "Oh, so you like Taylor Swift too?"
Right, you did her song over, right?
No, this is not Taylor Swift, baby.
I mean, yeah, I did.
But I mean,
It's
you know,
almost like past this remake of Going Up Yonder. No, I'm just playing. I'm joking.
wow,
I
I would not take that, man.
love it. I'm joking.
I'm gonna tell you. I mean,
All right, Pastor,
hey,
it's your turn,
has
Pastor.
Taylor Swift gone through a breakup yet?
It's all good.
Has she gone through a
No,
breakup?
yeah,
I
I
don't know. Nobody wants Taylor Swift no more.
Because
I
that's
mean, I
when
think
that's
the-
when her music apparently is good. When she goes through like a bad
That's a joke.
breakup.
I liked it, Paz. You know I
I got
liked
that.
it.
Oh, I owe you
I like-
one for that. Boy,
He
you
was
gonna
pushing
get
that
it.
song. No, he's pushing that, yo.
Payback gonna be a bitch.
Pat, what we talk about in love, sex, and relationships, PDO?
The power of the mistress.
The genius of the mistress.
She gives head.
Hey, so here's the question, though,
He's
right?
still messing
Does
with
she
that.
do everything that the wife doesn't do? And more?
I mean, some people would define it like that. I think one of the qualities of the mistress that makes her so genius is that she does give you some qualities, some character traits that the wife does not give.
So when you go hang over there, she give you peace and quiet, ain't talking your head off.
for one.
You know, because sometimes you go home, all you gotta hear is all this bullshit.
Exactly.
Why the
You
fuck I
gotta keep
just
on
hear
talking
this
about
damn
saying,
shit?
and it's
think-
almost
Why
like,
you gotta tell me all your bad shit at your job today? I don't need to hear that shit.
I think that the genius.
You're
of
not
it-
listening. You're
funny.
not listening to me.
I think
I
the
am
genius
listening.
of
I'm
the-
on the computer.
That's right.
I think the genius of the mistress. One thing is that she just gets it and she understands. She accepts her role. When
That's
I
that-
say
exactly,
that,
that's the first
she
thing.
knows
What
how
about
to,
the mistress
she knows
who's
how to,
trying to
she knows
be-
how to not. Well, that's when once you become the wife is when you lose your power. When you because you know what I'm saying. Once you start taking over that 80%, it's over.
well, no, it's,
I mean, but you, why would you? If you're the mistress, why would you want to ever become the wife?
Eventually, because women are women and they're emotional. So eventually, eventually they're gonna get that.
You're not getting no damn respect.
Okay,
you
yeah,
ain't getting
exactly.
respect as the mistress.
Right.
first of all, right, that's all it is a human construct.
You already disrespected yourself because he gonna get another mistress now.
All right, let's hear from the professional about the mistress who knows.
I
about the
mean,
mistress.
just that those are constructs. Okay, so
You missed that line.
No,
I did, because what he
no,
said-
I'm just saying he's the
He said,
professional.
let's get it from the professional who knows about the mistress.
I did not say it like that. PDO, they turn this around. Go ahead. What were you saying?
I'm just saying that the mistress. Listen, it's not to glorify her role. That's not what I'm trying to do. When I say she's genius, I'm just talking about she has a certain success rate and some effect that a lot of women in committed relationships could use. If they would just take from her some of what she uses. And one of her biggest advantages is that she doesn't have a list of demands and supposed to be's, right? When you in a relationship, like as the wife or you the girlfriend, you're like, if we're a couple, it's supposed to be like this, or you're supposed to do this. The mistress is not doing that. She's like, we are the way that we are. You know what I'm saying? It's what you're giving, and it's what I'm willing to accept. Or you know what I'm saying? So, and if you think about it, that's how the wife starts off. She starts off taking what you're giving, but it seems like once you get the title, you get the ring, it turns into supposed to, have to.
It's entitlement.
And when you do that to a person, nobody wants to do it because they have to.
I think it's also important to like differentiate the difference between a mistress and a side chick. Like a side chick is hoping to eventually fulfill that role.
I
as
think
wife.
that kind of convolutes the conversation.
What I'm saying is like
Mr. and side chick are basically the same thing.
yeah, but like
Not necessarily.
not necessarily because what you're describing is a person who sees it as a business professional intimate relationship.
No, I'm saying she's a side chick. She listen
versus a side chick.
Side chick is usually trying to get to that number one position.
Exactly.
And the mistress is usually looking to
I'm
stay
gonna play my role as a mistress.
So y'all using her motives, a particular motive to differentiate her title.
Yeah. I think it's important to make that distinction.
I think that confuses everything.
Does it really though? I mean, because
I think you don't want to get into, because her motives might change. She might be a good mistress, right? A good side chick, and then she might say, "Now I do want more," or "This is not enough for me."
That's when she becomes a side chick.
But there are a lot of side chicks who be like, "No, I'm really good the way things are." So it depends on the person, and I don't think that you should try to like say a mistress is better than a side chick, and a side chick is better than a mistress.
Both of them wrong.
No, we're not saying that they're wrong. We're not saying one is right or wrong.
You're saying wrong. I think it just is what it is. You know.
What I'm saying is like a side chick is, like Dave said, eventually she wants to become number one. Whereas a mistress
not all the time.
Yeah. She wants more out of it. Whereas a mistress,
not all of them.
Well, my point is, whereas a mistress, I know I'm gonna play my role. I'm gonna be in the
How
background.
does your mistress act?
You know what I'm saying?
But country, my only thing is when you do that, what you're doing is you're creating a construct, a mental construct, saying that a mistress will typically do this. I mean, that's not necessarily true. I mean, a lot of times it depends on how much money's involved. It depends on what stakes are involved. A lot of things kind of add into people's behavior, why they do what they do. Their options. Jacob, what you?
Yeah, no, I have a question. I would say as a white person, as part of the white community, we don't have a culture of the side piece or the mistress. Okay. And
y'all created AshleyMadison.com.
No, I mean,
y'all did.
I mean, well, yeah, and it's supposed to be secret, right? We never talk about that shit. We don't talk. We don't like brag about
Shout
side
out to
pieces.
Monica.
They had commercials about it.
Okay, right.
And you know,
So my question is,
Monica Lewinsky is white.
Hold on.
Sorry, go ahead.
So I mean, okay, none of my friends, nobody I ever talked to,
They don't talk
it's
about
not glorified.
He's cheating.
It's cheating, right? It's it's a bad thing. It's not accepted in any way.
That's right.
It happens all the time.
No, it's not
right.
accepted, but
in the black community, from what I can tell from like the past 2 years that I've been working here, and I hear all these conversations on shows all the time, it's accepted. What the hell is up with that? Why is just it's okay in the black community? I've been really curious about this for a long time, and it really confuses me.
It's not that I don't think
it's more that we don't value the relationship as much.
Are you saying that? Or, no, it's not that.
I don't think it's I don't think it's accepted.
It's not
I don't think it's accepted. It's just that's what we call it.
No, hold on.
I'm gonna tell you what I think.
I think we're more realist in that area, right? That we accept it because, like he just admitted, in their community it goes on all the time, but they would never
admit it,
talk about it. They would never be free about it. We just not as uptight about it. We just say it. We know it's a reality. A lot of women say, "I know this nigga's cheating." It's just they kind of accept it more. You know it's happening, but
nigga, you know you cheating.
It's not talked about it, and it's just kept under wraps. So I think it's a little bit more.
I think it goes all the way back to slavery, since we're talking to the white man. And, no, I'm just kidding. And that master made that young black man.
If you had an explanation going way back, I would be very curious about it.
And that white man, that master made the black man feel inadequate, and he made him sleep with those different women. No, I'm just joking, fool.
No, I mean, but also like to piggyback on what Dave was saying. Look. White people created AshleyMadison.com.
What is
that? Y'all are the biggest proprietors of buying pussy online. Let's keep it real.
But how is that?
And that's created.
But you are right. You are right. In the black community, we do have these saying, "Oh, that's a side chick," or that's his, backup, whatever you want to call it. We do, but I wouldn't call it a culture of acceptance. We don't really. We just have a label for it. We don't have a label. We have a label.
Nobody
for
called Monica Lewinsky the side chick. They just
yes,
said,
they did.
No, they didn't. They just called her the whore.
She was a whore. She was
that's it.
A
nobody called her.
Yeah, right. It's not that we accept it. It's not that we allow it.
But if you look at like Mark Barnes, like I'm not what's the girl Gloria's sister?
Laura Govan.
She was known as a side chick to. She got mad for being a side chick to Shaq. That's what they called her. or whatever.
But do you also think that the
Good point.
this is at least normalization of it? You give it a title, you talk about it, even in a joking way.
They have reality
It's-
shows coming
it's
out with black
normalizing
women.
it, and so does
I
doing
mean-
that. Does bringing it into consciousness lead to more of it?
I mean, but ignoring it, but it acting like it doesn't exist, or ignoring it and acting
It's
like
a different way of normalizing it.
Yeah, I mean,
It's kind of the same thing. So, but he has a question. His question though is, does it
glorify
cause
it. Glorify it.
No. Does it cause it to pervade, or does it help, or does it make it worse?
No, just does talking about it more make it happen more?
Yeah. Okay. Exactly.
Like, because kids hear about it and then they're like, oh, well, I mean, when I'm older,
you-
I'm gonna have a side piece.
But you know what? I think I'm gonna get in trouble for saying this, but I think I'm not sure because I'm not white. But the black father normally have raised their son in a misogynistic thought, which means that you have to.
So does
no,
the
I'm just
white
saying.
father.
But
So
I
the
don't
white
know.
father.
I can't speak
Yeah.
for white, but more so, you see a black father telling his son, "Yo." That, or he see his dad talking about, look at that girl, you know, and that, or he see, you know,
Okay.
All
Hold
fathers,
on.
all fathers, all
Hold on,
cultures do that,
let
bro.
me say something.
All fathers, all cultures do that,
In
man.
most,
I'm not
in
saying
most
that, but I
black
can only speak
families,
for
right?
mine.
The father is missing. So who the hell is telling them that?
Yeah.
the words expressed by Dave is not that of the
Exactly. He
open bar.
didn't have to go that far.
But I mean, one.
But that's what everybody
I-
thinks.
I mean, but
I
Jacob,
have- I
Jacob,
don't
did you
like
grow
to-
up as our only white person here? Did you grow up Anglo-Saxon? Would you say? No, I'm just joking. Did you grow up?
man? God, man.
Did you grow up with both parents?
Yeah.
So how was your dad? You and your dad's
He said, was
relationship
your dad
Good.
open with you about women?
about
or something?
women?
Yeah, he was very open. with
What
women,
would he
but-
say to you? Like what was his advice on women to you?
I mean,
Bang as many as you can.
Kinda. I mean, like he was very open about being like how he had a lot of women before he got married, but
Wow.
then when he was married, he was very loyal.
Yeah.
And as far as I know, they
Now,
never,
should he tell him how your grandpapa told them stories you be telling us? Granddad said, "Bang him and tell you tell your
My
wife to close her
father-
eyes to a dead head."
My
or something.
father said you should live by the 4F rule until the day you die.
Find them, fuck them, and flee.
Find them, feed them, fuck them, and forget them.
Right.
Now I don't live by that rule.
Did your daddy
You
tell you
know,
that, Jacob?
he
So
did
you
not.
just
did
find
not.
them and fuck them.
Yeah.
And
I asked my dad.
Do you feed 'em?
I asked my dad one time this. When I was younger, I was like, "Yo, pops, how do I get how do I get a girl, to have sex with me? I'm trying to
he
get
told
some."
you to eat that.
Nah, my pops just said, roll, when when you hook up with a chick that you're interested in, just whip your dick out. And
God damn. That's what your dad said?
my dad said that.
Your
And I-
dad is he the real country.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you,
Shout out.
I'm 99% on that shit. I kid you not. The one time I did that shit, the woman looked at me like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah,
Like,
what planet did you come from?
She called the police and you ran out the door.
but I grew up and I know a lot of white dudes who dad told them the same shit.
Okay.
I work with a lot of white dudes, and it's sad. It's
They told them to whip their dick out.
it's funny to say. It's funny to say that I work with a lot of
Right.
white dudes. When we travel on my trips and stuff, I you know what I'm saying. Now that I'm in a relationship, I'm a very faithful guy.
Okay.
But when we travel, these dudes.
Did you mean to cough?
No, I'm saying I can't do that now. But a lot of dudes, I've seen these dudes go out when they some of them, not all of them, some of them they go out when they get on their trips and they cheat like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's not
Now,
necessarily
hold on.
something that's
Don't be
restricted.
dressing with other folk and you ain't gonna tell me.
I know. Don't be dry snitching. Well, you ain't
On the
sound
rest of the
bad.
crew,
I ain't
but he's
saying-
being faithful
But
though.
my point is
Go
to
ahead,
say,
guys. I'm gonna stay in the room tonight.
my point is,
Okay.
I got issue with
All right.
when Ron was referring to like, oh well, black fathers did this and they taught their sons, this misogynistic approach.
all fathers do
Not necessarily. All fathers do that shit.
Yeah, all fathers do that.
I
So-
To
said-
sit there and
let me
say
be
that
clear.
shit, black
Let-
fathers
but-
is
but-
wrong.
Let me be
no,
clear.
he
I
was just saying
said
he
I
couldn't speak
can't
for anybody
speak for
else.
anybody else because I didn't grow up
So
white.
real
or
quick,
Anglo-Saxon.
let's go right back to the point though, real quick, and that is, the mistress, that relationship with a guy, most times is what the reason why I feel like it's something that women who are in regular, normal relationships should look at her and understand that part of her success is that it's very organic. Now, people don't like that.
I love that word.
Because they feel like organic means we're going to take all of this time. It's going to take years before we can figure everything out. Listen, if it should be like that. But
Right.
if it's too much time for you, you can always bow out gracefully.
Right.
Like you don't have to keep on just floating with a dude if he don't really do anything. But for sure, you trying to be the conductor and orchestrate it to
Right.
work is going to mess it up.
And so you're saying the mistress just let it happen.
She just lets it happen. She just goes with what it is. She's not trying to say you owe me this much time. We got to be this way. It needs to sound like this. It's like she's learning what it is, and once she understands what it is on a regular basis, this is what it is. She doesn't try to take what he's not giving her,
And
You know what? And
and somehow he likes that.
you know what?
He trusts that.
And
You
no-
know what?
Oh, go ahead.
Tory Hart, Kevin Hart's ex-wife, she
She did make a
said
controversial comment, didn't she?
she made a comment recently
A real controversial, yeah.
saying that she appreciates the mistress. For the simple fact of it is, she it helps her out. It lets her. She congratulates them.
She said because now she gets to go free and do what she wants to do.
and still get the check.
Basically.
Yeah,
Oh,
she gets
okay,
taken
that
care
makes
of.
sense.
Exactly. Wow. Well, see, when you got to do with some cash, you can get away with that.
Right.
When you got Joe sleeping on your couch and you going out to
Or
work every
I think
damn day.
what happens is when you get if a woman dating somebody that she actually like the movie Taraji we talked about that she helped and he ended up leaving her for the mistress and that's when it gets bad after she helped.
But very quickly, before our time runs out, though, let's flip the script real quick, though. Well, let's flip the script, though, and that is, how many of us would like to be the Mister or
The Mister?
or boyfriend number two? Where
Mr. number
basically
two?
you don't have to help her with her bills and stuff. She got all that covered with her main guy.
All you gotta do is smash.
Talk
the
to
dad.
her, answer her little quick calls. She got to talk to you for 5 minutes, and she got to go. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Sign me up.
You good? Be boyfriend number two.
Sign
Ron,
me
you be boyfriend
up.
number two.
I'm
You get gifts on your birthday. You get Christmas gifts. You get all the love, but you ain't got to do all the work.
it's no big deal to me either or
Whatever.
He said, I've been playing this role for years.
I understand. Well, because to me, even being a friend to a married woman, you
It's-
kind of become like, because every now and then that married man is gonna mess up, and then you'll be like,
I remember a
"Oh, God."
situation. Ron, call me, Ron.
Hey,
I just wouldn't do that because I have morals, and my mom was watching the show. Shout out to Joyce Simmons.
let me.
It's too
out,
complicated
Mama
for
T.
me, man. I couldn't
You wouldn't
do
do
it,
it? You
man.
wouldn't
I
do
just
it?
couldn't do it.
Boyfriend number two.
I mean, for me, I'm a very solitary person. I like to be alone and shit. And for me, it's like I just rather not be.
She's
involved.
gonna leave you alone. She ain't got much time.
Here's the reason why I wouldn't want to be boyfriend number two. Only because I think for men, it's too complicated. Because
Yeah.
when she got another dude, when dudes get played like that, they hurt and they really want to do some damage, right?
Oh,
So
you
it's
worried about the dude.
I don't want to be fighting
you
her.
worried about the repercussions.
Yeah, I don't want to be fighting her man, her husband, and her sons. And all that.
Exactly. I'm not trying to be like if I got to.
His
I'm
brothers
sorry.
and all that.
I'll
You
fight for
thought
my,
it too deep with this.
if I fight for my moms, I fight for my sister, I fight for the woman I love, all that shit.
Yeah.
But I'm not about to go.
Well, see, I
To
think
the-
the difference,
I'm not
you
about to
guys-
go to the-
I
the
think the
Gatling
difference is
line.
a man can never
Shit
be
like that.
the number two. Normally, if we sleeping with,
No, a lot of dudes is boyfriend number two.
A lot of dudes are number
well, I wouldn't
three.
call it boyfriend. Now, a woman probably, she probably would sleep with another man, but normally you don't know initially that she's married. It normally just happens. We was at the club, we went, in the back. What you saying?
He's
I'm never
saying
number
you are
three.
boyfriend number two.
I'm not. I would never be number
You're the
two.
poster boy for boyfriend number two.
Ron,
No, but
Ron
you know
is
what?
that. Ron is that
people,
guy.
People look at me.
Can I call you?
I think people
Yes,
are
baby.
different. I don't think like certain things like I don't want to say anything because my mom is listening, but I don't take sex as seriously as like the average person do. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? It's like it is what it is. I mean,
Yeah.
like if it happens, it happens.
I
If
mean,
it don't,
that I think that's where
And that's
most
what-
people are pretty much at it.
No,
I'm gonna tell you
I
this,
think
though.
when you start saying you boyfriend number 2 and all that stuff.
You know what would be really fly though? A guy couldn't pull it off. I mean, you have to stay in character, but if you could like really play gay, a lot of girls like to hang with them, right? Bag.
Smash them out. They try to change you over, right? Try to cross you back over.
Just keep me in the fold and act like I don't even want women, but I hang around all of y'all.
But a lot of times, that's a men hang with mostly with a gay man because they know that he brings the good women around.
well,
and then he hooks him
I
up.
don't know about-
I don't hang around gays.
hold on. You say you hang around like gay guy to
Yeah,
bring.
then he'll be like, "Yo, girl, this is my boy right here. You should check him out." You know, he usually hook you up.
Well, I don't
I
know.
don't know. like Eddie Murphy said. He said when he said in Delirious, he said, you know, his boy, he said, yeah, I'm a they play tennis together or whatever. He said, I'm gonna go suck somebody's dick. He said, I'm going home.
I ain't say follow him home, Dave.
Hey,
No, they said they was going separate ways, meaning you ain't hanging around the gay dude after
No,
you get finished doing it.
That's true.
I mean, I don't know if it would work, like I said, because you know, I mean, I just feel like the gay guys hang around all the beautiful women. They just like be right up in them. You know,
You
what I'm
gotta be
saying?
careful though. It could be Kate that they hang.
Well, nonetheless, I ain't gonna lie front. I think early on in my life, I was probably 19. I thought about learning to do hair. It's like, what better place to be, man? Like to be up in the hair salon, man, doing, you know, if I could really do hair.
I
A
know
lot
it's
of straight,
straight.
a lot of straight,
I know
a
a lot
lot
of
of
straight
straight,
dudes
a lot
that
of
does
straight
hair.
dudes do hair.
I know like 2 straight. I got a cousin that
I
he owns a
I
hair
did see
salon.
this post recently.
Now hold
right?
on, I've never met a straight male hair.
I have a
person.
cousin
I
that's
know-
straight.
I
He
know a
completely
lot of
yeah.
straight male.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Straight.
I'm gonna tell you this. This dude said he was straight, but he did post that said he was just finishing nail technician school, so he's gonna be a nail technician.
Honestly,
But he said he was straight.
No, but
I'm not-
but
I'm
you
not
saying that.
I mean, but
No,
come
but
on,
you
man.
saying that. I know
I'm-
this guy. He is straight. He's from North Carolina. He does nails, and he does like these parties where he goes around. He does women's nails, manicures, and pedicures.
Right.
And they does
But he's straight.
massages, and he's straight. And they do that.
I think
And
it's fly if a
brand
straight
is
dude
blowing-
could do it.
We're gonna have him on the show. He gonna
I-
talk about. it. I'm
I-
gonna get him on the
Oh,
show.
you- Get
I
him
got
on
a
the show, get him
cousin.
on the show.
I got a cousin. He does hair, nails, all that. Makes bank.
Straight.
He's straight. Straight. He's on his second wife.
And he could do hair.
He does
He
hair.
on the second wife.
He's on the second wife. He's on the second wife. This dude, you know, my cousin, he does hair, he does nails, he does it all. He does
Like he be combing
massages.
through and then
He does it all.
and
But
all
a
that.
lot of straight men do hair. But the thing is, you got to think of it like this, Pastor. A lot of money is in
That industry.
women spend
But
billions
this
of dollars
is
a
what
year.
I was thinking. I was
and
19. I was like, man,
honestly,
you gonna get paid.
You right.
You're gonna
Man,
be
that's why I
around
wanted to
women.
be a fashion
They're gonna
designer.
be talking to you. You know what I'm saying? Telling you all of these stories and everything. I was like, what better profession to be in?
No, you right.
I just didn't want to learn how to do hair though. I mean, it's like
That's how I wanted to be a fashion designer.
You do?
I did.
Well, you
Coming out
know
of
what?
high
You
school.
got a good sense of style. I can see that.
you see all those industries, man. The majority of the guys are gonna be, you know what I'm saying, and the girls. And it's just like, yeah.
But I wouldn't. I mean, like, look at.
I looked at it from the money aspect.
Like, there's straight fashion designers like Ralph Lawrence.
Ralph Lawrence.
Not Ralph Lawrence. I'm sorry, Tommy Hilfiger.
No, he's definitely not.
He's straight. Tommy. He had a whole reality show. He got his daughter. And all
Tommy
that.
Hilfiger straight.
He's straight. He's
He
like
may not.
American.
Ralph Laurent, he's not.
I got him mixed up. I meant to say Tommy
Yeah,
Hilfiger.
him, no Gianni, and none of them was straight.
Tommy Hilfiger is
Okay,
straight.
so what about the? Do you think the guys that are dancing on Broadway, any of them straight?
There could be some
a lot
of
of
them.
them.
are.
A lot
But
of
they
them are
real limber,
swinging
huh?
that way, yeah. A lot of them are swinging to the left. So
To the left, to the left.
Well, I mean, because I know a lot of male cheerleaders that are straight. It was like in college, they had
Do
scholarships.
they call them cheerleaders?
They do have male cheerleaders.
What's
they get
Isn't there a
scholarships.
name for the male?
No. they're
Cheerleader.
Cheerleaders. They're
but
cheer,
you know,
and they leading.
And then
crowd.
like the one dude, he used to say he sometimes accidentally put his finger up the girls when he holding them up, and they be like he used to put his finger in them and everything. He told me some stories.
He was straight.
He was straight to my
You
knowledge.
sure? Is he
I
still
mean, if
straight?
you're the guy
is he
catching
still
the
straight?
girls, it's one thing. It's different.
I mean, he cheered,
If
he
you're catching the
danced.
girls, is one thing. But if you have a pom pom,
Oh.
that's
Dude, who uses pom poms anymore though?
okay.
They do, but you
That's
can't.
the little
You
girl
can't say
song.
that because people would say like guys playing the flute in the marching band.
Yeah, exactly. It was just like
but I played the saxophone. I started out on the flute, but I went to saxophone.
You like you like blowing, huh?
when did Tyler
like
Perry
blowing,
say,
huh?
Yeah, a tambourine player.
I wouldn't admit no
You
shit
played
like that.
tambourine.
I wouldn't admit no shit like that.
When I
But
played the saxophone.
nah, that I was a tambourine player in the band.
Oh, that was the bell.
Or the
It's
flute,
not a tambourine player in the
or the
band.
flute player.
I would never admit no shit
The
like
flute
that.
is yeah.
The flute is kind of like
Well, I admit, let me say, I started playing the flute in elementary school, and then I went to saxophone by junior high. I was
So
like,
do you-
cool.
Hold on.
But
how do you play a flute?
Did you play the flute, or
flute-
did you play the recorder?
How do you play a flute?
Because everybody played the
No,
recorder.
I
That's
actually
not a
played the-
flute.
I played the flute first.
How do you play the flute? How,
And then the
What-
finger
what
is
do
the
you-
same
what-
as the saxophone, so that's why I was able to switch over.
how
to
do you play a
saxophone.
flute?
full of pause. He's
not gonna go with you.
It used to be up here, but now it's just down.
That's right. It's the same. It's the same fingering from here. Then you move down to here.
So what's the difference in the flute and the saxophone?
Man, pause, man.
I'm really not answering you.
Jacob, you know.
We got 5 minutes.
I'm not answering. You know when people normally do that, they trying to
What's
be,
the difference? What's the difference between the flute and the saxophone? Is it the same
They're
function?
lighter. They both wood instruments though.
The saxophone has a reed.
Yeah.
So the flute doesn't have a reed.
No.
But is the same functionality without the reed?
No, the flute you blow in and then
So the flute you blow in and the what?
you blow in both, but you more so you have to do a lot of sucking with the saxophone.
So you did.
I'm saying your reed gotta stay wet. Your reed gotta stay wet.
So you blow on one and you suck on the other.
Your reed gotta stay wet, bro.
Hey,
Y'all
all I
nasty.
know is I play drums. That's all I know is I play
Hey,
drums.
I don't play no
Saxophone.
instruments.
The women love a saxophone player, alto sax player.
So
Yeah, I like to hit different pieces at once. Yeah.
You
I
like
like to hit the skin.
Ron, you
give the
said,
drummer
Ron,
some. No, ma. Really
Ron,
give the drummer some.
You set yourself up for that one, man. You really
saxophone is a cool instrument to play.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that.
Stop,
I'm just thinking that I don't even know why a music teacher would even give a young boy a flute. You know what I'm saying?
No, because
Because the
Stick it out. He actually say what he want, and that's what.
but like the flute is like it almost says
because most of the time if you start on the instrument, you start with the recorder. The recorder is in the same fingering as the flute and the saxophone.
the recorder,
The recorder. It's
the wooden one.
No, it's plastic, but that's how you teach
Okay.
music. You start with the recorder. From the recorder, then you move to the flute, and then from after you do the flute, then you move to if you want to do trumpet or anything and saxophone. So,
My daughter, she went to violin.
oh, clarinet. Don't forget the clarinet.
I played
A man
the
shouldn't
cello.
play
I-
no clarinet.
I played the cello and the bass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
But
played.
why don't nobody play that stuff anymore? Why y'all do it when you in elementary school and you don't do it?
I mean,
anymore?
I got.
I
more,
still play the
got,
saxophone.
I got more.
I sung in the choir as a youth.
I
I
can't
sung in the
imagine.
youth
Yeah.
choir.
You don't sing no more?
Nah.
Man, Dave, come on, man. Come to praise sing rehearsal on Saturday.
I
That's
direct
not
my
gonna
choir.
happen. Because I'm not blowing out nobody's windows. You thought Taylor Swift sound bad. Nah, worse than that.
Nah, I gave it up when I started. I started playing.
What did you give up, bro?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What'd you
Yeah,
give
when I
up?
started playing sports,
gave up-
instruments,
he gave up-
Yeah, like I played. My mother taught me the piano. I played cello and bass. So I gave all that up when I started playing football, basketball, baseball.
I had a full
running
scholarship in
track.
college for playing for marching band, so that was my thing.
Could you twirl? and
'Cause
all
he-
that?
No, saxophone.
Because he was
I
playing
did
the
was
sax. He was blowing. Was you sucking it?
You said
Shout out to Owen Clark. He said pause. I don't know what that means.
Ron, you set yourself up with that one, man.
The saxophone is a sexy instrument.
Here's the thing. You're right. Bill Clinton made that shit look prominent, but when you sat there and just said,
I think for a guy,
it involves a lot of sucking.
I think the trumpet is the sexy.
Damn.
You think the trumpet?
For a guy.
No, I think the saxophone and the guitar.
Sex might sound
I think
better.
the drum is probably the best
drum,
thing to do.
The drum, you normally look
I'm saying
retarded.
if a guy had to play a horn, what's the best horn for him to play?
Saxophone, I'm telling you.
I mean,
Guys are. I'm surprised you're not picking a flute.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Bill Clinton
if you're not playing the bass or the drums, I mean, come on now.
I don't
As
know
a
what,
man,
I don't know what happened to my cup, y'all. We running out of time. Where did my cup go? But anyway,
You
hold
gave
your
it up.
drinks up. Shout out, good message. Shout out to the side chick, as we learned today. She got the mystery.
we lost the message and you're sucking and blowing.
Right. The side chick will understand.
She's got some.
Anyway,
She's got some good
she
practices.
will understand. Yo, we see you next week. Salute.
Salute.
Got the club going up on a Tuesday. Got your girl in the car.